morning, jewellery makers. How are you? Nice to have your company this bright, sunny morning. Well, kinda. Sun's not even up yet, is it? It's a bit dark at the moment, but it will be a bright and sunny morning. Ooh, have we got a show lined up for you? I'm super, super, super excited. For the first time ever in Jewellery Maker history, we are bringing you the launch of Tahitian pearls. I'm so excited. Do you know what? I couldn't sleep last night, and I woke up super early this morning because I was like, oh my gosh, it's Tahitian Pearl Day. It's been a countdown for us here. We've had to keep stum. Lips have been sealed up until well, a couple of days ago when we actually promoted it on Facebook. But before I go any further, if we're bringing you the launch of Tahitian Pearls, we've got the Pearl Queen herself. Hiya, Jan. Hiya. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Really excited about today.
Oh my gosh, and you've seen them, haven't you?
Oh, they are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful.
Amazing.
They are amazing. I actually got goosebumps, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing that excited thing again. Today.
And me. Like I said, I don't normally wake up before my alarm. I was awake a good hour before my alarm this morning. Did you notice I said them as well? I'm not talking about one Tahitian pearl. 3. You get 3 big, sizable Tahitian pearls.
Beautiful.
If you've done any research on your pearls, on your Tahitian pearls, you'll know exactly how exclusive they are, you'll know exactly how considered they are, you'll know exactly the value of your pearls. Well, they're coming your way at 10 AM. We've only got a limited stock available, obviously. So if you want to do your research from now until then, you can. These are over 12mm rounds.
They are beautiful.
12.2 to be precise, given the fact it is a very exclusive type of pearl. Yeah, very precise measurements, and they are perfectly round as well. I'm so excited. We've also got coming up at 9 o'clock Tanzanite, a brand new strand, which is just incredible, beautiful depth of colour. 11 o'clock we've got an amazing strand of pink opal. That'll sell out as well. I mean, they are big. You can see them here, can't you? Big individual gemstones. Incredible emerald coming your way as well. That's before 9, so make sure you do stay tuned. Natural emerald. The bundles that Kim has put together today are breathtaking. You might see just behind the graphics there is a multitude of beautiful gemstones, all cinnamon hues, which I absolutely love. The kits are out of this world. I'm so excited for you. Do you know how many is there's less than 50 of our Tahitian pearls, aren't there? Yeah, 30 in the world. Those 30 of you that are lucky enough to get hold of these, do you know what? There is a massive tick being added to your box today. Huge. Let's get interactive. Do send a text message in to us. Let me know what you're thinking. Did you ever believe that you'd own a Tahitian pearl? Do you have one already? I don't know, just share your stories really with this wonderful gemstone. It is monumental for us here at Jewellery Maker, given the fact that we have been established for over 5 years now, given the fact that we have been established for a long time and we have got a real buying power. It's a really big deal to be launching Tahitian pearls this evening. I've had the huge, did I say this morning? I've had the huge honour of working with Tahitian pearls for many years, and I have no hesitation whatsoever in suggesting that these are some of the most perfectly formed pearls that you could possibly wish for. Wow, I'm excited, Kimbo, you? Should we start with some sterling silver? In this little dish here. Now, again, I'm just thinking pearls, tanzanites, opals. You need sterling silver with all of the above, don't you? You do. You absolutely do. I've not seen these before, though. Oh, they're a lovely design. There's a lot of sterling silver here. Look how substantial. You're getting 6. Is that 6? Yeah, 6 in total. Now, are these little bales? Yeah, they're little pendant bales, but you could maybe even incorporate them as links. They're gorgeous. Have you seen these, Jan, before? Can you imagine one of the Tahitian pearls suspended?
Oh. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Yes, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
Turn that round.
They're gorgeous. Yeah, those pearls. I mean, and just those in a pair of earrings, oh gosh, so exciting.
And you are getting 3, so you could easily have a pearl. Well, I'm sorry, the pearls I was talking about then. Yeah, so if you multi-buy on your pearls, you've got a pearl for each pendant. Look at that. Your pendant twists, they are stamped with your 925, but they're substantial. Look how much you're getting. If I turn it just, you can see just how much of your sterling silver and how beautifully lustrous they are. Kind of like a feather-like design, that wonderful graduation that tapers away from the bail. Beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. And 6, I would have expected this to have been maybe a 3 opportunity at most, at best. 6 of them in total. They're not small either, and I will hold them up to the neckline so you can actually see the length. They're a good, I'd say, as an approximate, well, okay, the measurements aren't on my graphics. They're a good 1.5 centimetres. Would you agree with that, Kim? Easily. So the drop is substantial. If I hold this up to the neckline, you can see just how much of the sterling silver you're just getting in one of these bales.
And the thing is, it's an easy way of getting a professional piece of jewellery, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you could wear that and someone, you know, it's a jewellery shop.
Bear with a minute.
Technique.
Bear with me a minute.
They are beautiful.
I might have lost it down.
How many have you got?
There's one which has just been lost between the crevice. Oopsie, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, there's really substantial. Obviously, when they're on a chain, you won't have that issue of them like pinging from the tweezers. And losing them between your chest area. I don't know what you can say at 8 o'clock in the morning, but so you know what I mean. Anyway, back to these gorgeous pendant twists. The first person that has bought these is all the way from Australia. Good morning to you. Nice to have your company. I hope you are enjoying. You're up let me see, you're up late, aren't you, I think, in Australia? It will be, well, 6 p.m, not that late. No, it's in the evening, isn't it? Yes, that's right. Claire's just come back from that neck of the woods. Lucky sausage. You lucky sausage. Love Australia. And you went to Thailand, didn't you? Look at those curves of the sterling silver. I've never seen them before, and to actually get 6 in them, amazing. Getting carried away, getting bowled over with all the excitement. All of this sterling silver quality, and like Jan so rightly points out, that is a very easy way to get a really high-end professional piece of jewellery relatively easily, effectively. Just a jump ring is needed, that's all. Yep. Of course, you can incorporate gemstones if you so wish. 6 of them you are actually getting, so that's 3 pairs of earrings, as you can see, 6 pendants. Obviously, I don't want to state the obvious, but there's an awful lot of jewellery to be had here. Or maybe, could you use them as connectors?
You could do.
And create a very high-end tennis bracelet.
You could do that. You could do sort of a rosary link in between them, couldn't you, to link them together?
That would be lovely.
That'd look really pretty, yeah.
That's a lot of sterling silver.
Yeah.
A lot of sterling silver, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. Now, let's bring that price tag in, because already lots of you are there. Wow. £14.95. That's £2.50 per pendant. £2.50 per pendant. Look at how substantial they are. What would you do with these, Jan?
Oh, well, it's got to be just a simple drop pearl, just a pearl from each one, pair of earrings and a pendant, so you can make sort of 2 sets, really, couldn't you? For me, that's what I would do with them.
How beautiful to gift that as well.
With Christmas coming, put that in a lovely box.
Lovely box, nice sterling silver chain, which you can get from us here at Jewellery Maker. And a pearl.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Amazing. Loads of you there. Congratulations to every single one of you. Never seen those before, and I love them. Love them, love them. When you put them on the chain, obviously you shan't be losing them down in the chest area. I almost said it. Which one, sorry? All these? Is that 3 strands? Well, they're doubles. Look, I love shell. I think shell is not used nearly enough in jewellery. Of course, I keep saying this evening. What's with me this morning? It's a very oceanic theme to this morning, because we've got pearls, obviously your Tahitian launch coming up. So we simply had to bring you a bundle including these gorgeous treasures. It's so obviously a gemstone of the ocean. You can see that gorgeous nacre surface, wonderfully reflective. You've got sort of cappuccino tones, and they are 3 double strands. They're substantial, aren't they? They're not tiny little chips of shells.
They're really lovely, aren't they? Together they look beautiful, don't they?
Yeah, that perfect colour combination, aren't they? These will look incredible with your first kit as well, Jan, wouldn't they?
They'd look gorgeous with the first kit.
You were only talking about this colour.
Yep, perfect. And I think what I would do with those, I'd make one big gem heavy piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
All that texture.
And I'm guessing with what Kim's got in store for you, you'd be multi-buying, and why not? If you're thinking, right, for the business, I'm going to make one big piece, but make sure you make one for yourself as well. Yep. Listen, I don't think these will be lost down the top, but look.
Yeah.
Fabulous, isn't
Beautiful.
it? Beautiful. I love shell use incorporated into your home textiles as well. It really works for that, doesn't it? Because it is quite tactile, it's very visual, it's very lustrous, you've got a wonderful reflective surface. Already we have got jewellery makers on the phone line, so very good morning to you. There's 34 inches approximately, then, gosh, this is random. We've got 34 inches, then 88 centimetres, then 86 centimetres. So basically they're all about the same length, just shy of a metre on each strand. So a metre of genuine gemstones are going to go an awful long way, aren't they? And you're going to be able to create some fabulously tactile jewellery. I'm quite a touchy-feely person. Do you know, I love to touch gemstones, etc. I love the feel of them. I love how some gemstones have got coolness, as in temperature-wise. Some of them have got like sort of a satiny feel. When it comes to your shell pearls, it's the noise, I think, as well. It's the feel and also the noise.
And they add so much texture as well to a piece, don't they?
Yeah.
So you've got that depth, and you've got all that interest of all those different shapes, and because they're the show, you've got all those different. I mean, I can see lots of different colours bouncing from there, and
reflecting as well from
really
the
beautiful
surroundings. Absolutely. Already, lots of you there. Very good morning with us, up and bright and early this morning at Jewellery Maker. I'm not in the least bit surprised. We should have really decorated the studio out in, I don't know, under the sea type decorations. Maybe you and I should have dressed up as mermaids.
Yeah, that would have been good. I'd have been up for that. Yeah.
You'd have been up for that?
Yeah. I'm always up for dressing up.
Always up, and me. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Never take yourself too seriously. No. Let's bring that price tag in for you. There's a lot of shell here for £6.95. Wow. That's why I was suggesting multi-buy.
Yeah, you've got to at that price.
You don't see shell that often, do you?
And that's beautiful. And like you say, the colour combination is just lush. And for the first kit, it's brilliant.
Hand in
addition.
hand, it's the perfect combination of the first kit. For those of you that are new to us here at Jewellery Maker, give us a try. Get on that free telephone number, speak to our amazing contact centre, and this will be on its way to you. There is only one postage and packaging per day, irrespective of how many pieces you purchase throughout the course. Buckinghamshire, hello to you, Elaine, hello to you, Deborah, hello to you, Janet, hello to you, Northumberland, hello to you, Therese or Adelaide. Nice to have your company. We have got anonymous collectors. We've got a quick text message from Tracy in Cheshire. Good morning, ladies. Do you have any pearl threading materials planned today, please? I keep missing them. Looking forward to the show. Yes, in the first kit you have, which is coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Yes, so we have got threading tools for you. Not a problem. Stay with us. We've got a couple, haven't we, Kim? No, but isn't there other tools coming up? And the knotter, yes. So we've got the knotter, and we've got pieces in the first kit, isn't there? Or is that in the first kit? I'm getting all confused. I'm just super excited. There's threading material in the first kit for sure, and we've got the knotting tool as well coming up. Congratulations, Sharon. Lovely to be with you. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. I mean, would you layer this up? I'd layer it up with your woolly jumpers and everything. When you start wearing the big snuggly jumpers, layer this up.
I think so. I think, actually, we said it'll go with the first kit. It'll also go with the second kit. Yes. We've got some crochet, so that crocheted, just lots and lots of that in a crochet necklace. Yes. So you're adding lots of layers. But it's going to be nice and light as well, isn't it?
It is. It's wearable, isn't it?
But like say, you could wear that over a big
jumper or something like that. Yeah, and it's going to be noticed, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to be lost in all the layers. Fabulous. Well done to every single one of you. I've got to move on because there's much to bring you. Let's bring you another bundle, but a bundle of sterling silver. Box number... Ooh, they're the big ones. Now, essentials, must-haves. They are your little black dresses of your jewellery making. Jump rings, of course. These will go amazing with the emerald that is coming up, not long to wait for that. I love that contrast, those buttery yellows along with your greens, don't you think? They are literally hand in hand, but these are big. These are substantial jump rings. They're 9mm. I think they're actually some of the biggest that we do here at Jewellery Maker, and they are already open, so you haven't got to worry about actually, opening your jump rings. We've gone to the trouble to actually sort that for you. 40 pieces in total. Sizable. I mean, if all of you that love your chainmail out there, multi-buying this, you could create a fabulously rich and vibrant sterling silver piece. It is sterling silver with your yellow gold overlay, and yeah, perfect with your emeralds, which is coming up a little bit later on. So there's 40 here. Am I right in saying that you can create a chainmail bracelet with about... were they saying about 90? I think Laura was telling me about 90 jump rings.
I'm not a chainmail expert, to be honest with you. I mean, my chainmail is very, very basic, but for me, I would be getting 2 or 3 packs of those, and I would be doing that. I would be creating sort of a bracelet or necklace or something, or a front section to a necklace with some chain, just some normal chain maybe.
Yeah, because they're beautiful, aren't they?
Gorgeous.
Use them decoratively.
Yeah.
It's not just function, it's practicality as well. And you have got that beautiful practicality here. Of course, you need a jump ring to finish off any piece, essentially. Used for suspending gemstones if need be, and connecting various different pieces. I'm sure you already know that. Well, certainly everybody that's on the phone lines and on the web does. Multi-buy when you get the chance. If you've been waiting for 9mm jump rings, I can't remember the last time I saw them, to be honest. Whenever we bring jump rings here on Jewellery Maker, they always sell out. I mean, I think the last occasion was when I was joined by Laura Binding, and that was back at the beginning. It might have even been the end of the week before last, and they all sold out, and they were nowhere near this size. I think they were the 5mm round jump rings. So these are substantial, big sizes. Grab them whilst you can. I'm hoping we've got a big quantity of these. We should be bringing them to you this morning at £15.90. And that, if you think about the weight of the precious metal on precious metal, we are going low, low, low. Kim's actually said we're going lower than we originally intended. £9.95. Okay, that's a third off. A third off that price tag. Aren't you glad you got up nice and early this morning? Aren't you glad you tuned in? If you didn't, then you'd be missing out on your 9mm jump rings potentially, and certainly missing out on your emeralds. Big opportunities. I mean, with the 9mm, the larger size, I suppose that would be then leaning towards your big carat weights, your substantial gemstones. Would you agree with that then?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're sort of doing, for me, the larger ones, I would link them together. I mean, even just in a simple sort of 2 and 2 sort of chain, linking them together, so you can hang some of your sort of larger gemstones from, would be brilliant. But if you're doing sort of chainmail, that size means that you can get lots of jump rings in. So I think it opens up the possibilities of designs and patterns, because you can get more jump rings into it, yes, to sort of feed off from. So yeah, so brilliant.
Yeah, Claire's saying that. Who was saying that? Fleur, yeah, of course, who does her chainmail. Fleur was saying that the 9mm, it opens up to something like 200 extra weaves or something like that. 200.
Because you can get more jump rings into it. So therefore you can sort of like I say, feed off it more.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the possibilities then are open.
The possibilities there, yeah. Fabulous. Stay on those phone lines. Congratulations to every single one of you. A third off this morning. Okay, it is time, and often we see some beautiful, beautiful pieces of chainmail within this next section. We're going to be doing all of it entirely in today's Wall of Fame. Oh, the Wall of Fame, and look, we're being spoiled.
Beauty.
We've got 5 pieces each. There are some beauties, aren't there?
Ooh.
Do you want to start or shall I?
I don't mind.
Go on.
I'll go first.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. This is 100, and this is from Sarah. And Sarah says, "Hi everyone, hope this is good enough for the Wall of Fame." Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. All the caps, cords, clasps and ultra suede were from Jewellery Maker. I made these for a holiday and had so many comments. I couldn't have made these without the great deals and inspiration I get from your show. Sarah, they are beautiful.
They really are, and I
Look
bet
at
they look
those.
fabulous on holiday. I'm just picturing Sarah in a maxi dress with those.
They're gorgeous.
Wonderful. I particularly love the double. Good luck to you, my darling. I've got number 99. Oh, could it be?
Ooh.
And it comes from Jackie in Bookham. Hello to you, Jackie. And she says, "Hi all, I hope all is good with you. I have attached a picture of my necklace I have made with amethyst drops and chips and pearls with sterling silver fixings, all from Jewellery Maker. I hope you like it and good luck to everybody." We absolutely do. We were talking about texture, weren't we?
Yep.
Talking about texture, and you've certainly got it there. And I love the fact we've got that big sizable amethyst on the bottom. Wonderful. Good luck. You're number 99.
This is 102, beautiful pendant, and this is from Shirley. And Shirley says, "Hi all, this is my entry this week. It's an amethyst cabochon, wire wrapped using 0.8 for the frame and 0.4 to weave with. An aquamarine 3mm round. Also, loving the brill designers and presenters, and that's love to all Shirley." Shirley, that is beautiful. I love that aquamarine just sitting there.
That reminds me of an oyster, doesn't it, with a pearl?
Beautiful.
It has got that sort of oceanic,
Gorgeous.
black pearl connection. It does. I love that.
Beautiful.
I've got number 101, wonderful pre-night in this piece, and I think it's garnet. 101 comes from Pippa. "Dear JM, here is my entry to the Wall of Fame this week. I decided to make a gents bracelet using pre-night rounds and natural hematite spaces." Oh, I beg your pardon, both from Jewellery Maker. "I finished the bracelet off using sterling silver findings. I really love the look of the pre-night and look forward to hopefully seeing more of this stone on Jewellery Maker. Good luck to everyone in the draw." And that's from Pippa. Don't say where you're from, Pippa, but gorgeous piece, yeah. And I love the fact it's gents jewellery as well.
I love pre-night.
I do as well.
Gorgeous, isn't
I
it?
do. Good luck. 101.
And this is 104, and this would be great with the shell nuggets that you just had. Something like this. And this is from Annette. And Annette says, "My entry this week is very autumnal. I have used a whole strand of carnelian chips and a beautiful carved aventurine leaf, which I have supported with a copper wire cradle. The necklace may be worn in a variety of ways, longer or shorter. Hope you like it." And that's from Annette. Annette, that is beautiful. I love it as it is there on the bust.
Yeah, I do as well. That's how I'd wear it too.
Gorgeous.
Fabulous. Oh, from autumn too. Isn't this gorgeous? To, well, summer and then some. I'm thinking tropical, birds of paradise, 103.
Beautiful.
It comes from Helen in Cornwall. "Hi all at JM. My entry for this week's Wall of Fame is a brooch made from 1mm wire and 0.4mm wire. Wire and gemstones are from Jewellery Maker. I've used a quartzite, abalone shell cabochon, abalone ovals and coloured coated pyrite. Good luck to all of the entries in the Wall of Fame." And that's from Helen in Cornwall. Beautiful piece. Look at that. The use of colour. And I think this is a shining example of never to be afraid of using colour. Beautiful.
And the colour of the gemstones just brings out all that colour, doesn't it?
It really does.
Stunning.
He's gorgeous.
This is 106. It's a beautiful, beautiful necklace and bracelet. Here is my entry, and this is from Hazel. Hazel says, "Here is my entry this week. An abalone and shell pearl necklace, an earring set are made for my mum. Hope the earrings show up in the photograph. All from JM. Good luck to all this week and best wishes to Lucy, Drew and Charlie." And that's love from Hazel. Hazel, that is beautiful. I love the earrings, the way the the pearls there.
One thing I'm noticing quite a lot of abalone and shell, use of sort of oceanic inspirations,
Yeah,
fabulous.
perfect.
Oh, these two pendants are breathtaking. Yeah, the labradorite is out of this world. 105 comes from Louise in Leigh-on-Sea, Essex. Hi all, after being really busy at the shop, I have finally managed to get round to making a few pieces of jewellery again and thought you might like to see. I just fell in love with a druzy agate cabochon the other day and had to have them. So have played and made a focal point of a necklace you see in the picture. I've also played with the lovely cabochon of labradorite in a similar vein, just seeing the colours coming off that piece of crystal. Needless to say, both cabochons and wire are from Jewellery Maker. I just need to make the chain to go with them both now. Hope you like them as much as I do. Hoping for a win, and that's from Louise in Essex. Louise, we really do. I mean, they've got sort of love heart designs on the actual bail there, breathtaking, and the gemstones are incredible. Your number 105. Good luck, my lovely.
Gorgeous. And this is 108. This is beautiful as well. Excuse me, I'd wear this every day. And this is from Anwin. And Anwin says, this is my first wired amethyst cabochon. Excuse me. Using all JM materials. I also made all the findings for this. I just love JM and can't keep away. Well, we don't want you to keep away. And when if you're making beautiful pieces like that, they're gorgeous.
Exactly.
Stay
with us, stay with us. Last but by no means least, I've got number 107, a beautiful rose wire ring, which comes from Abby, and she says, hi all at JM, I love your show and I'm totally addicted to it and wire work. Please accept the following as my entry to your Wall of Fame draw. It is a purple wire rose ring with a rainbow moonstone round in the centre, inspired by the wonderfully talented Claire MacDonald. Good luck to all who enter, and fingers crossed for a win. And that comes from Abby. Oh, love it. A rose
Beautiful.
Ring as well. We do something similar, a design like that, quite similar on our sister channel, and it's hugely popular. So good luck, you're number 107. Now, so there's all the Wall of Fame entries. We were spoilt, weren't we? First thing in the morning. Keep those entries coming in, and of course, fingers crossed for everybody. Now, it is the first of one of our premiere strands this morning. We have got, it arrived here in the studios only a couple of hours ago. We knew about it. We've been excited about it because this is a big day for us here at Jewellery Maker. So you can bet your bottom dollar that you are going to see exquisite colour at the most affordable price. It is your showstopper, and guess what? It's emerald. Now, triple figure quantity available right here, right now, but that quantity will plummet at a rapid rate. If you have never ever purchased emerald from us previously before here at Jewellery Maker, I think this is the time, this is the day that you change that, because the deal that you're about to see is absolutely astonishing. Now, hopefully, I wanted to give you sort of the housekeeping of it straight away. And the reason for that is so that the moment that you cast your eyes on this strand, it is going to be love at first sight. Emerald is a rich, vibrant, intense gemstone. To have natural emerald is a big tick, because very few retailers will bring you natural emerald. Most of it is actually fissure filled, and that's absolutely fine. Basically, this gemstone grows with cracks and crevices internally, and within a laboratory they'll inject a glass-like resin to assist in bringing out that depth of colour. Not needed. Really not needed. Is it any surprise I've not even shown you the strand yet? Angela's multi-bought, Amy's there, Oxfordshire's there, Catherine's there, Manchester's there, London's there, and everybody is multi-bought. What does that tell you? What do you think they know that you don't? They're on the web. and they can see the price point. This is going to be one of the most affordable emerald strands of this quality that you've ever seen. Jan, do you know what this is going to?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
It's going to be a shock.
Right.
It is going to be a shock. Now, these are rondells, beautifully smooth. They are natural, completely unenhanced. Yet look at the intensity of colour. 35 carats of Brazilian emerald. Vivacious. So many multi-buyers. Actually, I'm just, at a glance, 80% of you have chosen to multi-buy. 80% of our jewellery makers have chosen to multi-buy. In fact, it's looking like, hang on a minute, is that 90? No, it's 90. And there's only one single person that hasn't bought more than one. And listen, I'm not saying you have to multi-buy, of course not, but I'm just, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because hopefully it indicates to you just how affordable this strand is going to be. Well done to every single one of you. Gorgeous emerald, undeniably emerald. The fact that they are those rondelles, which are perfect for creating so many different designs and pieces. They'll nestle against one another beautifully. You can separate out those different tones and hues if you wish to. Maybe have some which are a slightly softer green, and then really pick out those intense greens like what's on your screen there. Look at how glorious that colour is. This is a gemstone which is called a type 3 gem. So similar to that of your tourmaline. It is expected to have internal characteristics. They are not a negative. As long as they don't deflect from the colour, as long as they don't inhibit the gemstone from showing off that gorgeous green, it is still desired. Never think that, oh, I must have an eye clean emerald, because you'd be looking for an awful long time. This gemstone has got beauty marks, I like to call it. They, demonstrations that they are Mother Nature created. Is it any wonder that this gemstone is so valued the world over? Is it any wonder, more to the point, that so many of our jewellery makers are there multi-buying? Carol's bought 3. Hello to Carola in Oxfordshire. Patricia's there. Cumbria's bought 2. Sylvana's bought 2. Hello to you, Berkshire, Nottingham. You've bought 2. Well done to you. Lynn buying 2. Mary's just bought 3 in Dorset. Patricia, you're with me. Angela, well done to you. Amy in Surrey. Maria in West Midlands, well done. I had a triple figure quantity. Bear in mind, it's not even 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Listen to how many people are watching right now. The price on our website goes all the way up to £94.95 for emerald. This morning, for the same length strand, 10 carats less actually than the strand that's on our website. We are going no way near that price tag. I'm going to say it for the first time today, and I'm sure it will be repeated. Where else in the world will be able to compete with this? Good luck and well done to those of you that made those confirmations nice and early. If you're on those phone lines, stay where you are, because you will be pressing confirm, 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 confirm quickly. You're thinking right now, what, 24, 29, even £30 plus? No. £7.95.
Is that right? That's not right, is it?
Well, it's not right, but it is right.
Yeah.
Do you need some wafting?
Yeah, I've had a bit of heart flush actually, yeah.
I know. I mean, to be honest, Kim said to me that this was going really, really, really low, and I was expecting it to be,
well, if you said to me it's going to go really low, I'd have thought sort of
assumption
20s,
would be about
early
20 odd
20s.
pounds.
Yeah. That to me would be really, really low.
Really, really low.
That
For 35 carats of natural emerald, £7.95. That is insanely good. I mean,
That's
the quality,
amazing.
It's not like we're bringing you, we never would, but it's not like we're bringing you emerald that's not desirable. This is quality emerald. I'll ask you the questions and you can answer it to me. Has it got intensity of colour?
Yeah, in bundles.
oodles of it.
Yeah.
Oodles of colour, and that is the #1 valuing factor of this wonderful gemstone. It's not clarity or transparency that you look for in this gemstone. You're looking for colour, and you've definitely got it here. West Midlands has bought 4, Phil's just bought 2, the Vale of Glamorgan's just bought 3, Patricia's bought 2, Gillian's bought 2, hello to you Kirsty in Australia, hello to you Kirsty in Lancashire, Heather's bought 2, hello to you Elaine, Stella, Elaine, hello to you Deborah, hello to you Patricia, hello to you Mary, hello to you Peggy, hello. I can't keep up with the names, to be honest. We had a triple figure quantity, just over 100. I think that there is every potential that this could sell out by the end of this auction. Look at the quantity for. Look at that quantity.
I'm not surprised because it's beautiful. The quality's there. It's just the price is so low.
And by the way, that quantity is not accurate because Kim can't keep up effectively. She can't keep up. There's so many of you on the phone lines. And also, if I just we've got 30 left. And also, it's very difficult for Kim controls the quantity as best she possibly can. When so many of you are coming in and you're buying 3s or 2s or 4s even, then it's really tricky for Kim to go, okay, I need to do it 4 times. Do you see what I mean? So they've actually got less than 30 available. It will be a sellout, I'm certain of it. Because I was just about to say, Kim, I was watching, 30 of you have it in your basket, mind, so do check out. Someone's going to miss out on this. Telephone bidders, don't abandon those calls. Stay where you are. I was watching the other day other different channels, let's just say, and I'm not even comparing gemstones necessarily or jewellery specifically. You can't get a whole lot for £7.95.
No.
Usually that's the postage and packaging.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and more for the postage and packaging. So to get a beautiful strand of emerald for that price, that's a great way to start the day, isn't it?
Can you buy a magazine for this price point?
No. Well, you can.
You can, but it'd be. I mean, could you get a jewellery magazine for this price?
Well, I buy magazines, and you know, if I get a magazine for £5, say,
yeah,
I think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather have that than the magazine.
I mean, the gemstone will inspire you.
Yeah.
How are we doing on stocks there, Kim? Limited. Very, very, very limited. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I've got to move on. Congratulations to those of you that managed to get that insanely astonishing deal and incredibly beautiful. Is it this one? Oh, we were talking about tactile gemstones and how they're cool to the touch. Saw a piece on the Wall of Fame which was using this kind of shape. Gosh, these are look. I'll just show you one. I'm just picking out one of your amethysts. Look at that for a size. Ooh. Isn't that amazing? Big, sizable, I want to say pebbles almost of your amethyst rather than nuggets. They're not nuggets, are they, or chips? These are sizable gemstones, and you have almost got trapezoid shapes in there. You've got squares, you've got big shapely drops, and then we're not done. We've also got, now our graphics say amethyst, but those of you that know of, I mean, seriously? Is there elements of citrine in there? In one gemstone? So I would call, there's definite ametrine glimpses, aren't there, in amongst both of these strands. A totally and utterly natural gemstone. Natural strands of gems, so you've got that rich purple, of course forming within the geode alongside your citrine. Rare opportunities to get ametrine, which is that combination of the two. And whilst our graphics say otherwise, again, one of the things I say quite frequently on Jewellery Maker is lean on your own knowledge, trust your own eye. Are you seeing sort of ametrine tendencies, I suppose, that fusion of the yellows and the purple in two strands? Because I would personally say that there are definite ametrines within. So good luck to every single one of you. Look at that, it's like liquid, isn't it? Amethyst, citrine, ametrine, all the members of the quartz family. The more liquid like that gemstone is, the more valuable it is, and it is really sort of transparent, isn't it? Wonderful clarity coming through from every single one of these strands, and gloriously intense saturations. Dial in as soon as you can. Those big nuggets, by the way, go from 6x4 to 20x9mm. I showed you one just because I was drawn to that sort of teardrop effect.
For me, that would be a strand of rings.
A strand of rings?
Rings, the majority of those I would make into rings. And because you've got all the different shapes, each one you do is going to be completely different.
It is?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. So whatever shape, you know, if you are commissioning jewellery, you can effectively choose your favourite shape, can't you? Like you've got, I remember your ring actually, Jan, which you wore last time, where you had quite, it was like a shard, and that was a nugget, wasn't it?
Yes.
Have you still got it?
I've got it actually here. I've taken it off. Do you want to have a quick look?
Yeah.
And you could do something like that. Do you want me to bring it over? I'll bring it over.
Bless you.
Thank you. Just
honey.
something like that. So you could do something quite simple with that. Or you could cage it. You could do something a bit more intricate and sort of do some weaving with them.
I love that. How many rings would this bundle get you?
Yeah.
An awful lot.
It's going to get you a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to go an awful long way, isn't it? I remember this ring, Jan, and so
I wear it all the time.
You wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous?
All the time. It's a really, really simple sort of design, but and each ring that each gemstone that you pick up is a different shape, so each one looks different, and you approach each one different. So it sort of guides you in your design.
Tells
really.
you how to actually finish the piece off. Fabulous, lots of you there. Let's bring that price tag in for you. I'm so excited about today. It is a huge, huge show. If you're watching today and you don't think, and you're thinking, I'm not buying, I'm not shopping today. I can't promise that we won't be tempting you. $8.95 for all of that amethyst.
That's amazing, isn't it?
$8.95. I can't even count these.
No, and like I say, for me, you know, I'd be making rings and things. So, well, I wouldn't sell one ring for $8.95.
No.
So just one of those gemstones would make a ring that I would sell for more than the price of the bundle.
And if you just solely keep this for your rings, I mean, how long is that going to last you?
It's going to go long.
It's hours worth of jewellery making, isn't it?
Yeah.
$8.95. I mean, for the one strand alone, the big substantial ones, that's an amazing deal.
It is.
Let alone the 2 extras. So 3 strands, all sizable nuggets. And I love the fact they're really organic in their shape. Check out as soon as you can. Don't leave those in your baskets because we haven't got that many available. And there's a lot of jewellery makers watching this morning, all tuning in for the various launches, including your Tahitian pearls. Did I mention we've got Tahitian pearls today? Did I mention that? First time ever, we're hugely excited. Add this to your order. Go on, add it to your order. All of those wonderful shades, ametrine purples, ametrine and citrine, that fusion encapsulated by Mother Nature. Well done to every single one of you. Moving on to, I love these, Kim. We launched these, didn't we? Oh, was it not with you? Was I with Rob? I think I was with Rob, actually. It's your tiger's eye. Thought it was. But they are the carved green tiger's eye leaves. Now, these were so popular on the launch. We've got last in stock quantities, is that right? 77. We had a huge quantity once upon a time. Now, these, just think about how many, what it will open up in terms of your jewellery designs. Flora and fauna is bang on trend. You saw that wonderful rose ring earlier on. Imagine a couple of these gemstones. They're just attached either side. Imagine a fabulously decorative piece using these alongside your ruby, maybe. Using these alongside, well, any gemstone to really create a flora and fauna cascade with the use of this gemstone. And I was talking, when we launched this strand, it was the first time I'd ever seen tiger's eye in this green. And I love it. It almost creates movement. That chatoyancy, the actual chatoyancy of the gemstone, which is the tiny, tiny, tiny microscopic inclusions in this gemstone that play with the light. If you get the leaves as well, you see the light almost move and ripple over every single one of those gemstones. We've already got multi-buyers. I'm not surprised. Hello to you and a very good morning. Very popular, this strand. I had the lovely privilege of launching it only a couple of weeks ago with Rob. 35 carats. Do you know tiger's eye is in so many different countries, continents, is actually more valued than some of the biggest gemstones or the most obvious gemstones gemstones. It's very much desired, and I guess that's logical. This is a phenomena gem. It has an ability to produce an optical effect. You can see that light almost move and gravitate internally, and this is only, for me, the second time ever that I've seen green tiger's eye, and that, by the way, I'd never seen any other colour until a few weeks ago. Do you remember that, Jan? We had the first coloured tiger's eye that I'd seen.
Was I on the show
with you? With the fuchsia tiger's eye?
No, I don't think it was with me. I think I was watching at home. I do remember it.
I was like, my goodness, you think that by dyeing tiger's eye, which is what this, and that's not a problem, by actually impregnating the gemstone with a dye, you would think that you'd lose the chatoyancy, wouldn't you?
But you don't, do you?
If anything, amazing. It elevates it.
It is amazing, and it means that you've got all those different array of colours, but you've still got that phenomenon sort of aspects of the gemstone. It's
like electricity internally, isn't it? You think that? I think it actually adds to the chatoyancy. It brings it forward. Really, you know, it comes into comes even more visible than it would be in its natural colour. This is a handful of those of you on the phone lines. Well done to every single one of you. Let's bring that price tag in for you. I will count them as well, because they are all individually carved on both sides as well. So that carving is on not just one side of the gemstone, it's on both. $7.95. I'm just thinking roses right now, because it is that perfect rose leaf green, isn't it?
I think with the amethyst bundle that you had, if you sort of group some of those together to make sort of little buds, flower buds, and then have those either side, that would look beautiful.
I'm just going to count these for you as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. I think 34 gemstones have been hand carved for you here. And we're at $7.95. 34 gemstones have been hand carved. That's a lot of time that goes into bringing you a strand of genuine gemstones, and then we bring it to you at a price tag like that. Is it any wonder that many of you are multi-buying? Good luck. Alison, well done to you. Tracy, hello to you. Caroline, hello to you. Josephine, hello to you. Sheila and Martin, hello to you. Morag, hello to you. Mary, Joyce, Heather, Bernadette, Leslie, Sue, hello to you. Arminal, hello to you. Karen, Stella, Dorothy, May and Merseyside, Amy, Rita, Jennifer, Susan, Angela, Gillian, hello to you. Kay, Kel. I can't keep up. There's loads of you with us this Saturday morning. I'm so pleased. This will be a sellout. No if, buts or maybes. It's just a matter of when. If it's in those baskets, do check out as soon as you possibly can. There's 36 gemstones. Did I say 36 or 34? Either or. There's over 30 gemstones which have been hand carved, not just once, but twice on both sides. It is going to be a sellout. So this has been on your screens, I think, twice and twice only. Well done. I know our graphics say 32, but there's more of you with it in your baskets, and many of you are choosing to multi-buy, and there's people on the phone lines. Do stay where you are. Don't abandon those calls. Okay. Okay. Now I have got Tanzanite coming up. Not too long, in a few minutes' time. This is totally and utterly different. Faceted, drops, these are plain rounds. 200 carats. Can you imagine saying these words? I own 200 carats of Tanzanite. Oh yes, this necklace, it's 200 carats of Tanzanite. How many people in the world can say that? It's just a thought that runs through my head. Beautiful depth of colour. This gemstone is orthorhombic. It forms in a very diverse crystal structure. What does that mean to us as the wearer, as the lover of this gemstone? It means you will see incredible triachroism, plays of colour, different angles. You'll see flashes of pinks, you'll see violets, you'll see burgundies, even when they are in their plain round form. But on this strand, it has to be the one chemical which makes this gemstone so unique that I talk about. vanadium, the amount of vanadium that is present in every single one of these plain rounds. If it lacked vanadium as an ingredient, I suppose, in the formation of this of these gemstones, you wouldn't be seeing such an intense blue. Have you ever seen Tanzanite, which looks more like Tanzanite? No, that's not what you want. You want depth of color, you want prominence of blues, which is it's no way near like a sapphire. It's not the same coloring as that gemstone. Tanzanite is so sought after the world over because the reality is we haven't seen anything like it prior to its discovery at the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro. 200 carats. How many people in the world can say that they own 200 carats of Tanzanite? You could use this sparingly, just one of those on a simple pair of shepherd hooks drops. You could use this in abundance. Why not? At this kind of price tag, treat yourself. It is one of those strands that you think, this is for me, that you'd be selfish with. You'd be selfish with. I have got Tanzanite coming up late, a little bit, well, shortly in actual fact, just after 9 o'clock, but they are totally and utterly different. These are the plain rounds, and these are, oh my goodness. Jan, can you imagine a piece which is commissioned with both of these strands?
The only thing I'd add to that is white pearls.
White pearls, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, that would just be lush, wouldn't it? Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I've actually got this strand.
You've got this, have you?
Yeah. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Absolutely incredible. They're going to be a joy to wear as well because they're that wonderful size, which is wearable. Now we should be at $99.95 for 200 carats. 200 carats. Let's bring it to you at the lowest ever price point. Lowest ever price point. Now is the time to get it. The best chance to grab yourself an amazing deal of a gemstone, which I can't emphasize enough is nigh on impossible to get hold of. I'm going to be talking about that some more during the launch of the other Tanzanite strand. If you love your rounds, if you love simplicity, if you love classic elegance, then this is the Tanzanite for you. Gloucestershire's with us on the web. Well done to you. Do check out as soon as you possibly can. I've got telephone bidders. That's a £20 reduction.
That's amazing.
£20 off a gemstone, which is, I don't want to say all the obvious things, but 200 carats of a gemstone, which is so little of it is actually coming out of the ground, that our collection on our sister channels and here at Jewellery Maker has dramatically reduced. Good luck, stay where you are on those phone lines. Well done to you. You've just acquired 200 carats of Tanzanite, and if you do love your faceted Tanzanite, not to worry, we've got a launch coming in a few minutes' time. Moving on to box number... How about some Tahitian pearl earrings? How about some Tanzanite earrings? How about some emerald earrings? How about some pink opal earrings? These are lovely. They've got an Italian inspiration, that sort of brushed detailing. Have you ever sort of like a satin sheen? But they're also a variation of shapes. Let me try and show you every single one of these. So you've got squares. And these are polished, so you've got a really lustrous, reflective surface. That's the squares. Gorgeous, aren't they? Like little mirrors. Whoops. Like little mirrors, very reflective, aren't they? And you are getting, how many pairs of those? Let me see. 3 pairs of the squares, 3 pairs of each, by the way. So if I just pop that one at the front so you can actually see that. Then you've got your rounds, and that's that satin finish, that wonderful Italian-inspired finish. Very Roberto coin, they use it an awful lot, that sort of brush detailing. Oopsie, then you've also got your triangles here. You're getting 3 pairs of each, so the rounds, the triangles, and also your squares. I mean, you could create fabulous cascades. If I put one which is on the side profile, because the butterflies do actually come as well, and they are substantial. You could create some really heavy, sort of elaborate earrings, maybe waterfall designs. I'll just sort of move that round so you can actually see the definition, because they are all different, aren't they? The triangle's different to the round. I'm not just talking about the shapes, I'm talking about the texture, the surface texture of your 925. And you're getting 9 pairs in total of solid sterling silver earrings. I mean, the rounds you could easily keep as they are, as studs if you wanted to, although they do have on the back a little loop so you can attach your jump ring and your gemstones too. Similarly with your triangles and your squares, you could easily detach that feature if you didn't want to make use of it, and simply buff it with a bit of, would you use sandpaper maybe?
Yeah, just to
a very fine sandpaper?
just to smooth that. But there's lots of things you can, I mean, the square ones, I think, they're not sort of, they're shiny, aren't they?
Yes, the square ones are polished,
finish.
yeah.
So you could stamp onto those.
Ah, that's a good idea.
So you could stamp initials onto them if you wanted to.
What a good idea.
You can use them as a bail for polymer clay. So you could actually turn them over and use the ear post to go into your clay to secure it, and then you've got a loop then to attach to a chain or something. So there's lots of other things you can do with them.
Yeah, make them into pendants as well.
As well as beautiful earrings.
Yeah, and they are all stamped as well. Yeah. So, you know, if you are selling your jewellery like Jan does, that does really add to the appeal of your pieces, doesn't it? Let's bring that price tag in for you. 9 pairs in total at £19.95. That's £2.20 per pair. I know it would probably sound a little bit like a broken record, and please forgive me, but whenever I see a JM deal like this, I'm sure you do exactly the same. You think, I can't get sterling silver earrings, 1 pair for that price tag, not of that quality.
No. Even if, like you say, you just want to use them and not add any gemstones, you couldn't get a pair of silver studs for that price.
You wouldn't?
No.
It's not just me, is it?
No, you wouldn't.
I'm not just looking in the wrong shops.
No, and not. I mean, especially of the gram weight of silver that's in there. I mean, there's a lot of silver in there.
Yeah, there really is, in 1 pair.
Yeah.
In 1 pair. Let me just hold one of them up to the ear so you can sort of get a gauge of size, I suppose, because they are big, aren't they? I'll put the rounds up, I think, just because they're easier to hold, essentially. I'll just put them up to the ear so you can actually see how substantial. I've got a pair of earrings almost identical to these. Almost identical. All right, they're white gold, 9 carat white gold. But I'm sure I paid over £50 for them. They're just really plain.
Yeah.
I wear them all the time. All the time, just because they are so simple and elegant. Yeah, I don't think you can get a pair of sterling silver. Well, potentially you can. I've not seen... Obviously, I'm not shopping in the right establishments. I've not seen that amount of this precious metal at that price tag in any other retailer. And you're not just getting the one, you're getting 9 pairs. So you could easily, even if you thought, well, I'm going to keep one for myself of each of the different shapes for my own jewellery collection, and then gift the others for Christmas. And we've got family coming around Christmas Day, and I know I keep talking about this as well, but I'm thinking about what can I give on the Christmas table, because it's a bit of a family tradition that you do have. Not just your crackers, but you have just a little gift, nothing too elaborate or expensive or considered, but something that you can open on the table as well. Yeah. This is a great idea.
Big right, you could get a nice piece of card, write a nice little message on it, and put the earrings onto the card. Little organza bag.
Their birthstone
on the table. Beautiful.
Lovely. Love that idea. Congratulations to every single one of you. That's £2.20 per pair of earrings. £2.20.
It's good, isn't it?
It's amazing. Okay, let's give you a little cheeky peek, I suppose, at what is coming up at 10 o'clock today. The understatement of the century would be how excited we are. Not just us. I'm betting there's a lot of eyes on Jewellery Maker this morning, because for the first time ever, we're bringing you Tahitian pearls. Now, I've not shown them to you yet. Sneaky peek, because these are over 12mm in size. Over 12mm. I'm just going to pick one of these up so you can actually see all the way around just how wonderfully spherical they are. They are half drilled, so you could set these into solitaires. You could, set these into solitaires. You could have them as some perfect, elaborate earrings. And you're getting 3 as well. For the first time ever, Tahitian pearls. All 3 of these coming your way this morning, so don't go anywhere. If you've ever longed to own, in my eyes, the king of pearls, and I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that, then today is the day that we make that possible. There are less than 50 though. There's only 30 of these available this morning, so fabulous. Don't go anywhere. There's so much more to come as well after this.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
On this occasion, I'm not going to say all the obvious things. I'm going to assume that every single viewer, every single jewellery maker that is with myself and Jan and crew this morning and are staring at the screen with love hearts in your eyes at this gorgeous strand, know about Tanzanite. They know that it is a member of the Big Five. They know that it is on the verge of depletion. On this occasion, I want to talk to you about the likelihood when the reality, the inevitable happens, when this gemstone is announced to the world that it is no longer being unearthed, it is no longer in production. You know that some of the shafts at the foot of Kilimanjaro are closed. D Block is where we used to predominantly source our Tanzanite from directly. We used to travel directly there and buy it and fast it ourselves. Can't do that anymore. Government has intervened and D Block is no longer in production. So really the reality is we have to buy our Tanzanite in the same methods that other retailers out there. Basically, what's the likelihood of this gemstone ever being discovered anywhere else? It was a good question that I was asked a few months ago, and a question I've never been asked before in all of my years of working with genuine gemstones. So I researched it. Because of course, whilst we say it's a one locational gemstone, who knows? Is it available anywhere else in the world, laying there somewhere dormant, undiscovered? Well, scientists have actually looked into the likelihood of this gemstone ever being discovered in a different location. And the statistic that came back is 1 in a million. That's the statistic. It is a 1 in a million chance that this gemstone will ever be discovered in another location. It's because of the geological events and without getting too technical, the sort of the tectonic plates, etc., that happened, and movements that happened millions upon millions of years ago, which means that this gemstone formed at the foot of Mount Kilimanjaro. So I guess it's easy for us to be a little bit complacent, because myself, absolutely, I have to remind myself on a daily basis, Tanzanite is on the verge of depletion. It is a gemstone which we talk about, we have been talking about for 10 years now. Get it whilst you can, one locational, one generational. But that jet lag effect the fact that this gemstone, yes, you've seen it, and yes, you are seeing it right here, right now on your screen, some incredible quality. Us as your, as hopefully your go-to Tanzanite retailer, I suppose, I can't emphasize how difficult it is for us to buy it for you. Whenever you hear myself or any of my fellow hosts mentioning the jet lag effect, what does that mean to you? It basically is indicating that this gemstone is only now, the actual trade itself is struggling to replenish what is being sold. So yes, it's an easy observation, I suppose, for people to go, well, Eleanor, you're saying Tanzanite is less and less is coming out of the ground, yet you're offering me 85 carats right now, and this is a brand new strand. Acceptable observation. Let me indicate how and why we make this possible. Well, we have been buying Tanzanite pretty much since this gemstone actually was, well, this company rather was actually started, and we have to a certain degree been stockpiling it as much as we possibly can. Now, however, our stockpile is rapidly dwindling, and now where our buying team and our management team and the CEO of a company are going to all of the different gem fairs all around the world, Hong Kong to Switzerland, when they're going to Arizona, Tucson Fair as well, they're actually, Steve and co are actually negotiating with other gemstones, even the likes of Paraiba tourmaline, to actually get hold of Tanzanite because of that jet lag effect. So basically, it's all caught up. There's been a jet lag. You were seeing Tanzanite. We were talking about the fact that it was on the verge of depletion. We were talking about the fact that so little is being unearthed. Now, we as your go-to jeweler, now we can't replenish what we've had sort of in the vault previously. So once upon a time, before we bring that price tag in for you, just one last thing. Once upon a time, we used to have thousands of carats of Tanzanite in our vault. Thousands. We have got probably hundreds of carats now. It's limited. I'm talking collections, finished pieces of jewellery, so grab it whilst you can. Let's bring that price tag in for you. 85 carats of vanadium rich Tanzanite. We have just over 100 opportunities in the world. That's it. Once they're gone, they are gone. And today, you're getting that substantial carat weight at £29.95. If it's not now, if it's not you, it's on the hand, or it's in the grasp of another avid jewellery connoisseur. That's 35 pence per carat. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Do you know, if you go and the World Wide Web is a fountain of information. Don't take it always as gospel, because as you can imagine, there's often a lot of conflict and contrasting information. But I was looking, and this is something I do on not just on a monthly basis. I do it on a daily basis. I do price comparisons, and I do how much is the price of Tanzanite, a bit like currency, effectively, a bit like the stock market. You would keep an eye on the prices of gemstones per carat. It's not unusual to see top quality Tanzanite in excess. I'm talking four figures, in the high four figures. We will absolutely sell out. Christine, well done. Shona, well done. Cumbria, well done. Kay, Rosie, Kate, Margaret, Lynn, Sean, Marilyn. Hello to you, Angela. 50 of you have this in your basket. I mean, the quality of this Tanzanite individually at that price tag. Would you agree? Listen to my voice, Johnny. Can you hear how excited I am? Just one of the... I haven't come up for air, have I? Sorry, everybody. But look, just that one, or this one, whichever you want to single out, whichever one's your favourite. I love the pinks in this one here, yeah. So just that one for £29.95 would be an amazing deal.
Would be amazing. I mean, just put that on a silver chain, and that's it. That's more than £29.95 easily. One
of the things I say on a regular basis, because a lot of my friends, my family, and well, connections all over the world as well, from various Jewellery Maker, from our sister channels as well, will say, Eleanor, I've just bought X, is this a good deal? So if one of my family or my friends came to me and said, Eleanor, I have just bought, let's say, I don't know, so let's say that's a 2 carat Tanzanite, it's probably more than that, but a 2 carat Tanzanite for £29.95, have I got a good deal? What do you think I would say?
Where can I get one from?
Yeah, where'd you get it? I want to buy one as well.
Yeah.
That's an amazing deal. Yeah. But shall I count them for you? Shall I count them for you quickly? Do check out though. How many have we got, Kim? 20. And how many baskets? 17 in baskets and people on the phone lines. If it's not you, it's in the hands of another jewellery maker, basically. And do you know what? Connoisseur. Because this is a no-brainer to me. Let me quickly count these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42 Tanzanites. That's 71 pence each.
That's crazy. And it's so beautiful, and so you can do so much with it as well, can't you? I mean, one as a pendant on a silver chain, perfect. One in each ear as an earring, perfect. You can make little flowers. Imagine little Tanzanite flowers on a ring would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? Claire did a ring, I think last night actually. Use that Tanzanite for that sort of technique, it would look stunning.
Do you know, I just think, even if you're watching right now, yeah, if you can create pieces like that, fabulous. But if you're thinking, I want to get into Jewellery Maker, I'm not yet established enough, like myself, for example, I would still buy this strand and just keep it in my jewellery box until I feel confident enough.
Well, at that price, I'd probably get two.
Yeah,
keep one, and then I'd make with one,
Absolutely. It will sell out. Well done to every single one of you. What a show so far. We're only just over an hour in, Jan.
It's so exciting.
Emerald sold out, Tanzanite sold out, Tahitian pearls coming up in an hour. Pink opal later on will be a sellout.
Oh, wow, what can you say? I've asked Amelia to turn the heating down because I'm just having a real flush.
I'm really excited.
It's so
I said
good.
to my other half last night, because even my other half, I wouldn't be surprised if he's watching right now, but he's gone out he went out last night, and I was talking about Tahitian pearls, Tanzanite, the emeralds. He's like, yeah, okay, Elle, you're really excited about Saturday. It didn't stop. And I've been like that for about a week.
I rang my sister yesterday and said, oh, got Tahitian pearls.
Did you?
Yeah.
30.
So exciting.
30 of you are going to get it though.
But everything else is just, I mean, the whole show, you know, Kimbo's done brilliant today. The whole show is
She has, hasn't she? Kimbo,
beautiful goodies.
If there was a show where we got you, if ever there was a show where we got you out here into the studio so you can do a little bow. Come on, Kim.
Yay, come on, Kimbo.
I think we need to get you out into the studio. She's really camera shy. There she is. And she done well. She's really... How can you be camera shy at that distance? Honestly. Ninja Kim.
The girl did good today.
She has done good, hasn't she? These kits are beautiful.
The kits are, they're just stunning. I'm lost for words, to be honest with you. Because pearls, but the beautiful colour of the pearls for me, they're just delicious.
Yesterday, if you tuned in yesterday, we had one kit, totally different in terms of its colours, sold out. It's sold out entirely. This is going to be the same. How many have we got, Kim? Oh, man. There's 59 and there's already 10 in baskets. This is our should-be price, by the way. Meaning, if you were to buy these individually, it would come to £41.70 on our website. I mean, Jan, the queen of pearls.
Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them. And to get the threading material and just the different sizes of the pearls, the different shapes of the pearls, those beautiful colours. It's got everything. Everything I need. Everything I need.
It has, isn't it? And by the way, the knotting tool is coming up later on. If you're thinking, I'd knot these, fabulous. We've got the tool coming up later on. All different shapes you've got. Let me get these off this stand for 1 second because I want you to really see the beauty of the pearls and the combination of colours because I love this combination. Before we even came to air, Jan, this morning, you were like, oh, the chocolate pearls.
Yeah. They are delicious.
Aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful.
And you've made a lot of pieces with this kit as well.
And I've got a lot left, and I've actually just made another piece in this last hour that we've been, you know, on air.
You've been busying yourself with this as well. And what a joy to work with quality pearls like this.
And that's the thing, you know, I mean, for me, I make to sell, but I make for enjoyment as well. I love what I do.
Yeah.
And you've got to enjoy it. And working with pearls and beautiful gemstones just makes it's just a joy.
'Tis a joy to have these shapes, to have these sizes, and to be paying less than £41.70 because you know we're not stopping there. I mean, this is from your beadsmith. We we outsource this because it is quality effectively. So we don't try and compete with the brand. We'll say, you know what, you produce some of the finest silk for knotting your pearls. It is 100% silk as well. So we've outsourced this from Beadsmith direct. It is that beautiful gold as well, which has got that antique-y appearance, isn't it?
It has. It's beautifully silky as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's silk, so it should be.
It is silk, yeah. So, and by the way, using silk is it's not only the luxury of it, it's the protection of the gemstones as well. If you knot in between, it does protect the gemstones. Over 20 of you have this in your baskets, and confirmations are being made. So we had only, 59, I beg your pardon, 59. So very, very, very limited opportunities. Loving the rondells. I love this shape. I mean, those, imagine just a couple of your chocolate pearls dotted in between. Beautiful. Or knotted separately so you can really space them out. Then you've got the more, I don't like to say potato pearls because I think that's a really unfortunate name for pearls. Oval pearls here, and then you've got almost perfectly spherical chocolate ones there. Aren't they gorgeous?
They're delicious, aren't they?
They remind me of caramel, like a caramel cup.
They do. They are. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit.
It really is. Check out though, don't miss out on this opportunity. What would you be thinking then, Jan, from a business point of view, because I know that you do have your business.
Yeah.
If you got this kit, and I know if you weren't here right now, you would be on the phone lines, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
100%.
Sure. Because it's just beautiful. I mean, for me, as you say, I sell my pearls. So for me, the potential profit in there, not even knowing what the kit is going to go to, the original price, there's profit, lots and lots of profit, lots of gravy in there. And for me, the one piece that I've made, this piece here, I'd be selling that for like 100 plus.
And yeah, 3 figures.
Yeah, easily.
Absolutely. And listen, I know that it does depend on where you sell your jewellery.
Yes,
it does depend on that. But never, ever, ever be afraid to approach those establishments because I kid you not, I worked in those in a very high-end jeweller. I've worked in the industry for many years, but I worked in the place that, to be honest, I'd find intimidating walking into. You know, the ones where they all have got those white gloves, so when they're handling the jewellery, etc. We're going to have to bring that price tag in. I will finish the story in a second, but never be afraid to go in and say, look, I hand make pieces of jewellery, would you be interested in buying them from from myself? Because the reality is you're probably beating any other jewellery wholesaler out there. $34.95 for 1, 2, 3 I mean, gorgeous quality strands. How many have we got in total? 5 strands. 5 strands of pearls.
Wow.
And your silk. That's £6.99 per strand, and it's the chocolate colour as well, which is so loved.
It's beautiful. It is just beautiful. That's all I can say. I mean, I could rave about it all day, to be honest with you. It's just delicious.
I think what hits home right now is if I brought you just 1 strand right now, if this wasn't a kit, if it was me bringing it to you as, okay, I've got in box number X, if I was bringing you just one of those white pearl strands and I said, right, $34.95, they'd sell out.
Yeah.
They would sell out. Yeah. Just one of those at $34.95.
Yeah, because the quality is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely
without
amazing.
a shadow of a doubt. I mean, how much does the silk actually retail for?
Well, I know that I've bought them, I think Gemma bought them in packs of 3 before, and I've had them, and they've been around, I think, from memory, around about the £20 mark, I think.
Really? For 3?
Yeah.
So to be getting 1 spool of silk, which is going to last a long time, how many metres is on there? Let's say
200 yards.
200 yards, rather. So that's going to last you an awful long time. If I was to say, if you were just tuned in, and I was like, okay, we have got 1 single strand of pearls, you'd look at these beautiful rondells, and they're £34 and 95 pence. Nobody would argue with that.
No.
Nobody would argue with that price tag.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Going back to what I was saying, never ever be afraid to actually go and approach those jewellers, because you know what, I think they would.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I did. I made my jewellery, and I just walked in, took it in with me, and said, look, I make this jewellery. First of all, if you're going to a jeweller's, you know, go to sort of an independent jeweller and build up a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Talk to them about your jewellery, and because people say about valuations, and some of them can be quite expensive.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
If you build a relationship with that jeweller, they'll give you their opinion on things. So do that.
We used to have all the charity shops in the town come in, you know, to give valuations or to find out if it was genuine gemstones. You know, and it would literally be our own opinions, but then that gave them an idea of gauge, or they could have a little look around the shop, for example. We're oversubscribed on this, by the way. 30 of you have it in your basket, and we've only got 19 available. So massively oversubscribed. Pretty much everything that we bought today is sold out so far. The one strand of pearls at that price tag,
for definite, because
would
the quality,
be amazing.
It's just beautiful. And the colour of the chocolate pearls.
Yeah, for the chocolate pearls as well. You don't see that colour every single day, do you?
I love working with it.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying then, I say, I call it timidity and fear. We're afraid to do an awful lot of things, aren't we? And I wouldn't go as far as saying dare to do something that scares you every single day, because I certainly don't do that. But it does take guts, I understand that, to go into such establishments, which can be quite nerve-wracking, can be quite intimidating, where they're sort of watching your every move. But if you go in, we've got to recognise they've got a vested interest, we've got a shared interest, so you know, you've got something straight away that you can have a conversation with, and I'm sure they'd enjoy hearing about your knowledge, because you are probably, well, not probably, I'd say you're more knowledgeable than 90% of the people that work in jewellery establishments, because I was never trained to the level that I am now. Never was. Fabulous. It will sell out. $34.95. What is it you're going to be demoing for us, Jan?
I'm going to show the necklace, the full necklace there. We're just going to show the bottom section, and I'm going to show you as well how I finished it off, because I know a lot of people, I get a lot of messages saying, you know, how do I finish off my pearl necklaces and things. So I'm going to show you how I wove that centre section, and then I'll show you the finishing off of it, if that's okay. And what I've done is I've done a little bit of knotting. I've knotted obviously at the end of that necklace to attach the clasp, and I've knotted the bracelet, but all the others have been different techniques, because we've done a lot of knotting recently, so I've tried to incorporate lots of other different techniques in there as well.
Okay.
So for this, what I've done is I've used silk thread.
Use the thread that comes in the kit?
Yeah, which is absolutely beautiful. And what I've done is I've taken a long length, so what you'll need is the length of your necklace plus the little section at the front. So I'd probably take a metre off, to be honest with you, and work with that. And I've added a needle at both ends. Okay. Just a threading needle at both ends. And then I've threaded on 7 of the oval pearls and 7 of the smaller chocolate ones. Okay. And all we're going to do is pass one of the needles through the smaller chocolate one. So what we're doing then, we're just going to make sort of that loop effect. So if I just pass that through there quickly, and then let it find its place there. So now we've got that little loop. So what I want to do then is I want to sort of weave off from that little chocolate pearl that we've got there.
So you start at the bottom and work your way up effectively.
Yeah.
So you create the drop and then work your way up.
That's what I tend to do, unless I'm doing sort of a repetitive design that's going to be the same all the way through. Then I'll start at the clasp end. If I've got something like this, then I'll start in the middle and work off.
Right.
So it depends what design you're doing, really. But for me, it's obviously easier to do it this way. So I've got the centre section. So now what I want to do, I want to bead off from here. So what I'm going to do is drop on one of the little chocolate pearls on both of, well, one on one side, and then take the other needle and take 2 on the other side. Now I'd suggest getting threading needles, pearl threading needles, if you can, because they just make life so much easier. And I know we have had them on JM, but they fly. They fly out.
Always really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put one on one side, 2 on the other, and what we're going to do is pass it through. So effectively we're doing sort of like a ladder weave. So now we're going to pass that through there. And again, what I tend to do is hold that up and it spins. And then it'll find its own way there. So now we've got that little crossover section there. Okay? So now I'm going to put that back down, and then I'm going to pop on an oval pearl on both sides. So effectively, you're sort of building up the weave. I mean, you can do it how you want really, but it's just to show that the silk thread is brilliant for knotting, absolutely brilliant.
It really does glide on, and it's not just the luxury behind threading with silk. It has got a protective property because it is a natural fibre as well. It's very soft, so it's one of the most gentle materials, I suppose, to actually use with your pearls.
It's got, and like I say, it adds that luxury to a design, but also like Elle said, you know, it's adding quality because you're using quality gemstones and quality pearls. So, you know, you want to use the best materials that you can.
Yeah, without doubt.
So we've got this little section in the middle. So I've put an oval pearl on both sides and then one of the smaller chocolate pearls. And again, I'm just going to feed that through. And then.
Oh, Jan, I've just said there's 19 in baskets and there's 8 left of this kit. So some of you are going to be missing out. I'm awfully sorry about that, but that's 59. That's how many we started with, so it was very limited from the very get-go. Don't hesitate. For one of those strands of pearls at $34.95 is an amazing deal.
It is amazing. So if you've got it in your basket, go for it because you know.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's
good luck.
Beautiful. And so what I've done is I've popped on another one of the chocolate pearls, and all I did then is I repeated that pattern up a few times. So I've got 3 sections of the oval pearls. So we've got that little drop there, and then from the top, what I'll do is I'll move straight to the top section. So from here, what I'm going to do is repeat this bottom section again. So you've just got that pattern there. So when you've got to the top and you're happy with what you've got there, just from the chocolate pearl there, you can actually start to thread on your the neckline piece section, depending on the pattern that you want really. So it's just... I
like the fact that this is quite repetitive in its design. It's very 1920s, isn't it? Which of course pearls were bang on trend in well, they've never gone out of trend, have they?
And that's the thing with pearls, you know, they're really sort of classic, timeless, but really versatile as well. I mean, over the last few weeks I've had pearls and we've had knotting materials, but we've also used it with memory wire. I've used it with wire. So, you know, they are really, really versatile. So don't be afraid to use them.
Kit sold out. Well done to every single one of you. Now, we've mentioned the fact that your silks are used. They have a protective property to them. They, the natural fibres do. It tends to be what your high-end pearls would be threaded with. And also, have you ever noticed how separating the pearls in a design, what we call knotting, that's very classic and it's been around for centuries, quite literally. Knotting of pearls is not just a design, it's also about effectively separating them so they're individual gemstones and they're not going to be rubbing up against one another. To do that, you can do it by hand, but I know it's a real skill to do it by hand. And if possible, ask any pearl expert, and I'm sure Jan will totally agree with me, you need one of these. Yeah. It is the knotting tool. Now, we have got a limited quantity of these, unfortunately. Oh, really? How many have we got? Oh, I beg your pardon. We thought we only had 29. We haven't. We've got 100 of them available for you this morning. That said, they'll still sell out. Would we can give you the tutorial of this as well. So whilst you're watching, whilst you're dialing, is this online as well on our Jewellery Maker website? Yeah, and it's also on YouTube. So how you actually use this tool, it tells you how to position a pearl, where to actually use the thread. I mean, the benefits of this tool, Jan, is that you get the knot right up flush, don't you?
And that's the thing. I mean, it means that you can pop on. It's a really easy technique. So you make your little loop, as you can see, and then you pop in the little spike, but it means that you get the knot right up against the pearl, and that's what you want. You know, you don't want
movement,
spaces. You want that right up against the pearl.
Not only for aesthetic reasons. If you did actually have sort of a loose pearl, which was sort of rocking around a little bit in between the knots, it would wear on the actual silk itself. Sort of basically, and then gradually over a long period of time, it would wear thin. The other benefit of knotting your pearls like this is security reasons. So if you are using big sizable pearls like your Tahitian or any of the pearls that were within this kit, or any pearls you might already have in your stash, that if you know, heaven forbid, you did actually sort of break it or pull it or whatever reason, you're not going to lose the pearls because they are actually not as secure as, at worst, you'll lose one. Yeah. So there is a security to it as well. So your precious, genuine gemstones, when it comes to big quality pearls like what we bring you here at Jewellery Maker, you want, especially the big sizes, you'd want to be knotting them, wouldn't you? Yeah,
for definite. And this design, I mean, I've done this little section, but then from the neckline, you could actually then just knot in between the pearls. And it also makes your pearls go just that little bit further as well. So from one strand, you can get a necklace and a pair of earrings easily. Yeah,
absolutely. So it's actually adding to not only to the design, not only the practicality, not only the security, but also from a business point of view. If you have got a sort of your own jewellery making business, then it is going to go further as well. We've got a triple figure quantity, which is amazing. We thought we only had 29. Miraculously, Kim has managed to acquire some more. Don't know where from, but we won't ask questions. We'll just go, okay, brilliant, grab it whilst we can. So it is a tool which is easy to use. For those of you that have never knotted pearls before, believe me, it's very difficult to do it by hand and have it in that uniformed...
Yeah, and it means, as you say, with this, it means you've got that uniformed knot every time.
Yeah.
And it's really, really easy to use, and it's nice. It's got a nice handle on it as well, so it's nice and easy to hold.
It's comfortable and everything to wear. And there's the mechanism, as you can see, which sort of slides the pearl and the knot right up close. So fabulous. Our products are tools. I mean, once you've got them, if you look after them and obviously don't lose them, they will last. They are made to last. We are, well, I suppose, pioneers in many aspects of certain tools. And this one we've actually commissioned ourselves, so we're not outsourcing it. We're not going to be offering it to you at highly elevated price tag. You're buying direct from us here. Let's bring that price tag in because it is always popular. So a tool which is going to last you potentially forever is going to be able to create multiple hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of designs if you so wish. If you look after it, it's just £8.95. I used to watch, Jan, in the jewellers that I worked at, I used to watch. There was one lady specifically that used to do the pearl knotting, the restranding of pearls. So, because we had a workshop there, we had a repair section, and re-knotting of pearls, very costly. She used to do it by hand. This is long before Jewellery Maker Day. She used to do it by hand, and it would take her hours. Yeah,
it could take you out. I mean, potentially. But with this, it just makes life so much easier. And the thing is, I mean, I bought mine from JM. First knotting tool I'd ever had was this one from JM, and I've had it, a few years now, using the same tool. So, you know, it's not a tool that you're going to use just
wear out
short
or
term.
anything like that.
It's long term. It's a long term investment, and at £8.95.
Yeah, incredible. Great gift opportunity as well for anybody that you know wants to start making jewellery. Making jewellery. I mean, pearls, knotting material, and a couple of findings, and you're good. And you're good to go. Well done. Okay, sorry, darling. Back to your demonstration.
What I was going to say is what I've done is I've done that, and then all I've done is continue up the neckline with whatever formation of beads that I wanted. So what I'm going to do now is just show you how I would finish off. So if we assume that I've gone all the way up the neckline, and then I'll show how I finish that off. So what I've done is, say this is the last, well, I've got 3 pearls that are going to be the very end that are going to attach to the clasp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this jump ring as the clasp, but obviously whatever clasp you decide to add. So all I'm going to do is pop that through the clasp, and then I'm going to pass the thread back through those 3 pearls. So if I just do that quickly, so back through those 3 last pearls on the design. I need to get my eyes tested. You know, every time I'm on, I say I'm going to get my eyes tested, and I still haven't done it. So we've gone through the jump ring or the clasp, back through the last 3 pearls on the design, and I'm just going to pull those.
The silk is, you can really see the silk moving.
Honestly, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to work with.
It's not catching at all, which if it did catch as a threading material, you don't want it fraying, and then effectively at this point, you know, if it started fraying, you'd be like, oh gosh, I've got to restrand everything.
Really, really upset.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've gone back through those 3 pearls, and now I've got my pearl threading material just here. So what I would do is I would do a simple knot. So what I'll do is, if I just move that there then, there. So I just make a loop on one side. This is how I do it. I just find it easier to do it this way. She says. Sorry.
That's all right.
We're curling up. Let me straighten that out and do it again. Right, so make a little loop on one side, then take your thread. If I can pick the needle up. Stuck to the table. Through there. And what you want to do is catch that little knot that you're going to make there in that space at the last, where the last pearl was, where your thread is. And to do that, if you've got some tweezers, hold some tweezers, or just get your thumb and finger and push that. Now don't worry, there's a little space there, because what we're going to do is take our needle. You can do a couple of those knots actually. Put a little bit of glue on there, and then knot it again. And then all I'm going to do is pass the thread back through.
Because it will go through all of these pearls multiple times, won't it?
Yes, yeah.
So how many times have you gone through
Well, I've
those
gone 1, 2,
chocolate pearls?
2 up to now, and this is the third.
So 3 times passing through.
Yeah. And now this, we've got a gap at this end because it's not attached at this end.
Yeah, okay,
You
so
know,
it's
so
moving
it's not,
down.
yeah, it's moving down the thread. Right, so, sorry, if I can just get in there, there. So if I just go back through those 3, I'm just going to hold that while I pull that through.
And again, you can see it sliding through, even though
Yeah.
it's actually gone through those pearls a good couple of times.
Just make sure that you hold your thread at this stage, because it just...
Don't want to catch the
No,
pearls.
actually I think what I've done is I've actually tied through the knot, so just give it a bit of a pull. But like Elle said, you know, it just slides through, it's absolutely beautiful. If you don't knot it around your pearls. Sorry.
It's worth taking this time though to finish it off, because
Yeah.
you know, you'd hate to sort of create a beautiful design like this and then
It doesn't take
effectively
this time if you don't
don't worry, my darling. Whilst you're you're doing that, threading it through,
Thank you.
I have got the most amazing strand coming up, and
Okay.
I'll do it now because I think Jan being distracted might be a good thing, because you're going to want it, Jan.
Right, okay. Oh, I've already seen them. I'm distracted already.
I want them as well. I mean, look how perfectly round they are.
No.
If you hear any gemologist, any accredited jewelry professional, any jewelry maker, any retailer talking about how spherical a pearl is, that's a big plus point. That is a big plus point in terms of its intrinsic value. The most valued pearls are beautifully spherical and the most beautifully round. Also, size is a big impact. Nacre surface, so how smooth and blemish-free those pearls are, and how reflective, how lustrous the pearl is. These are amazing. Have you actually put them up to the neckline yet?
No.
Every time I see a
didn't.
strand like this, I always miss out. They always sell out.
They are beautiful, aren't they? And like you say, look how round they are.
I want to buy these. Do you want these as well, Kim? Yeah, I do as well. Don't you, Jan?
They're just beautiful.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They're stunning.
And we're right up close and personal. Look at these around the neckline.
They're so classy, aren't they?
That's the thing. They transform an outfit. They just make it so elegant. It's very breakfast at Tiffany's. You know, Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, Greta Garbo. You know, you can understand why this gemstone has been adorned for so many years. I can't see that 1 millimeter. Can you? I can't. To me, this is they're beautifully spherical. I think this is going to be the last time that these are on your screen, though, jewelry makers. I've brought this strand to you previously before. I didn't know that we still had quantity, unless of course Kim actually reserved some for this morning. Very, very, very limited, I'm being informed. Had I have known that this strand was still available within our vault, I would have purchased this as well. I'm excited to be able to bring this price tag into you, because I know, and yes, I know that valuations, things like that, do cost. You have to pay a percentage of what your piece is actually worth, but if you are going to be valuing pieces of jewellery, maybe you've got pieces which need to be valued, and I would recommend doing that at least every 5 years. That's my personal recommendation. Add this to the valuation.
Yeah.
Add this to the valuation, because the quality and the sheer size of these pearls are just breathtaking. I want to buy it without shadow of doubt, and I would go as far as buying an 18 karat gold clasp. with it, knot it in between, and that's it. Do you agree?
Yeah, and that's all you would need to do just to make. I mean, that would just be stunning, wouldn't it?
It's worth the investment. If you think about this and then buying gold, and I'm saying gold because I'm a gold wearer. If you prefer your sterling silver, that's absolutely fine. But I like gold with pearls, so I'd go online and actually purchase. Hang on a minute. Say that again, Kim. We should be £27.95. I can't remember that price.
Should be. No.
Should be. Can you write this code down for me, Kim?
Wow. Whoa.
Have you got it written down for you? I want to buy. I'm going to pay for the gold. Go online. Look at clasps. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going online after this. If there's one of those loitering around, if it's hanging about in someone's basket, as so many of you have got it in your basket, there is 50 of you have it in your basket. Okay. And I've only got 62. Oh, gosh.
If you've got the emeralds.
We're going to miss out on this, Jan. I'm gutted. I am absolutely gutted. Because that's the thing. £20 for one of those pearls suspended from a clasp.
Yeah.
You wouldn't charge that price tag.
If I made earrings with those, they're going to be 25 plus.
Yeah.
Easily. 25, 30 pounds. That's just for 2 of those off that strand.
As good as sold out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I am envious. I know that's not a positive trait, but I am really, really envious of you. Are you, Kim? Yeah.
They're beautiful. They've even got frog in my throat now. I know, what's all those?
Even more limited. These are bigger. These are 11 by 9. They're slightly more oval. Are you kidding me? If you've just been told that you've missed out on that last strand, be there now. I've just heard what these are going to. So yeah, these are a slightly different shape.
Look at them.
Yeah, they are substantial. I mean, look.
And that's the thing with pearls. Every different shape, every different... They just all have got their own beauty, haven't they?
Yeah.
They all, hold their own against each other because they're just all so beautiful.
I'm just thinking, what outfit wouldn't this go with?
It's going to go with everything, isn't it?
It is. A pair of jeans and a simple sort of t-shirt. It's going to go amazing with your little black dress. It's going to go incredible with a big ball gown even. If it's so appropriate, isn't it? It will literally transcend through all of your wardrobe, essentially. I mean, there's less than 50 of these available, though, and you will not believe the price point. Webbit is already making confirmations. I'm not surprised. Now, these are bigger than the last strand. I mean, the last strand was slightly smaller, but they were more round. These are bigger, but ever so slightly more oval. So to be honest, either or in my eyes, I wouldn't be disappointed with getting either of these. I'm not going to entertain the idea because I know they're both going to sell out. This is even more limited than the last one. That sold out instantaneously. Good luck. Oh my goodness. Where in the world would you see pearls of this size at that price tag?
Well, you wouldn't, would you? Well, I've not found them.
No, nor me. No, even half that size.
No. They are just...
Of that quality?
Stunning.
Of that quality, yeah.
They're so exciting though, aren't they? That's the thing about pearls. They've got real excitement about them. You go, just want to... when you see a baby and you go like that, chubby cheeks, you go to them.
Do you want to do that to your pearls?
Yeah. Oh,
you want to go and do the cheek thing to pearls?
Yeah. No, it's crazy, but I can't help it. I just go home sometimes and get all my pearls out and just...
I know what you mean. It is a gemstone which is very addictive. Yeah, you and me both, and I know Ray, one of my very good friends and presenters on the sister channel, she's all about pearls. All about pearls. I think they're a gemstone which once they get under your skin, you never fall out of love with them.
No.
They are the queen of gemstones, aren't they?
They
Incredible.
Are.
Well
they
done.
are.
We've got less than 10 of those left. I bet you wanted this strand with that kit.
That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Perfect with that kit. Against the chocolate and the white, that'd look beautiful.
It's like a mulberry colour. Now, this to me is a colour of luxury. I think of red carpets, I think of velvet, I think of sort of walking down Bond Street maybe in London, and you know, sometimes you look in the jewellery establishments and they've just got one single piece of jewellery, in a window, and it's on one of your beautiful leatherette busts, and it's lined. It's usually lined with like a suede or sort of like a wonderful glossy fabric. That's what this colour is. This is luxury to me, and will go hand in hand with the kit. I bet, because we've been teasing Jam with these just in front of you, haven't we? We put these right under your nose. I bet you were thinking, yeah, this with the chocolates.
Yeah, would look beautiful, wouldn't it?
And they're sizable as well. These are big, 13 by 9 millimeters. They are actually some of the biggest pearls that we've got of the entire day. Cool. That mulberry rich colour, perfect for Christmas.
Christmas Day jewellery, that is for me.
Is it? Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be wearing at Christmas Day.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, never mind a Christmas jumper. Those of you that know me know that I'm not big into Christmas jumpers. I'm like, what? You pull it out for one day of the year and they're not particularly attractive. Christmas gemstones, now that I can get behind. That I would definitely get behind. I agree. This is my Christmas piece of jewellery, but you can enjoy it whenever, couldn't you?
Gosh,
but yeah, it is perfect
but for
that
me,
Christmas
it'd be that
day.
special. I'm going to make a special piece for me to wear on Christmas Day, and then it's a piece that obviously you can wear then throughout the year. But oh, it's beautiful. That colour is so rich, isn't it? They're gorgeous,
aren't they? There's some of the biggest. I mean, up to 13 millimeters in terms of their size. We've got, when it comes to your pearls, of course, this gemstone, your freshwater culture pearls. They are cultivated, so they are farmed essentially. It is a genuine gemstone, absolutely, but the size. Progressively, a pearl will coat and coat and coat and coat and coat the tiny bead, which is usually mother of pearl, that they inject into the mollusk. So progressively, that size will grow. So it doesn't just happen overnight. A 13 millimeter pearl, that would have been up to years in terms of the actual farming. It's a very costly process cultivating pearls. You're replicating the ocean movement as well to actually. Inject that tiny bead is very expensive. Pretty much every single one of our web bidders. Oh gosh, I've left the tablet over there, but I can see a whole row of names. Pretty much every single one of you has chosen to multi-buy. I've got no idea what this is going to be. Kim,
after everything we just said. Wow.
Kim, did you not just hear what I said? Oh, you're just not paying attention. That's fair enough. Hey, listen, I'm not arguing with you right now. There's a good job, there's triple figure quantity. Did I just say that a 13 millimeter pearl doesn't happen overnight? You couldn't buy. Oh gosh, I hate saying this. I'm going to kick myself for saying this, but I've got to say it. You couldn't buy synthetic pearls, £6.95.
You couldn't. Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they?
Fakes plastics. Here, you've got genuine freshwater culture pearls. Is it any surprise that there's a little bit of a queue on the phone lines? No, none whatsoever. I'm with you, Jan. Christmas Day, I'm thinking with those beautiful bales that we had earlier on, the sterling silver bales.
Oh, yes, that look beautiful, wouldn't they, against that? And this one here, this one's because it's got a bit of a flat bottom.
Yeah.
For me, that's a ring. So that one there, I would be making that one into a ring. Oh.
So you've got the solitaire. You can make.
I've got the ring.
You'd only need one of those in earrings, wouldn't you? Because of the colour.
Gorgeous.
If you knotted them as well with the silk from the kit,
that look beautiful.
Then it's going to go that little bit further. £6.95. Okay, and maybe some sterling silver findings. That's amazing. Kim, if you'd have said that this strand was, I mean, they are more your baroque shapes, which I love, that kind of obscure shape, especially when it is a coloured pearl like this. I would have expected this to be, a good £20.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, is it going to go with the white pearls? Is it going to go with the chocolates? Is it going to go with... it goes with everything, doesn't it?
Going to go. And actually, you know the shell bundle you had earlier with the chips and nuggets?
Yeah,
that looked great, wouldn't it? Because that would be adding texture to the pearl. Yeah, I just love it. They're gorgeous.
Sold out.
Not surprised.
As good as, anyway. Okay. I only have one... Was it the last strand? Last strand of pearls. White pearls, rather. Don't forget, Tahitian pearls coming up. Look at these. Look at the nacre surf. Look out the pearlescence coming from these. Can you see that pinks coming through? Wow. Every gemstone is different. Every pearl will be different. It's an organic gemstone, meaning that it is formed from a living organism. Pearlescence, which effectively is how reflective, how lustrous the pearl actually is, again, is a big plus point. It's like the 4 C's when it comes to your gemstones, like your diamonds, etc. The size, the shape, the luster, and the nacre surface as well. But loads of pinks coming through.
You can see the pinks sort of bouncing off it.
I love that. It's almost like, I can't say that this gemstone's got a secondary hue, because it hasn't, but it almost looks like you've got that. And it's all down to its pearlescence, its reflective ability. You're going to have to bring that price in. 7x5mm freshwater cultured pearls. They are the rondells, so they'll nestle in beautifully. Perfect for... I'm sorry, I will never get used to these prices. You'd think now, I've been back a good month now here at Jewellery Maker, you'd think by now I know that Kim is going to do something incredible. I'll never get used to this. No.
No, and when you stand here and you handle the pearls and you really, you know, the quality of them, and then Kimbo does that, you just think, how's that possible? How does that...
You can't connect the dots, can you?
No?
It's pretty much gone. Pretty much gone. Well done. To every single one of you.
Beautiful.
Oh, now your kit, if you missed out on the kit that Jan's been working with, beautiful combination of colours. You've got golds, you've got chocolates, and well, they are your freshwater cultured pearls, meaning they've been cultivated. Now, what is the difference between a cultured pearl and a shell pearl? Because I'm asked this question quite a lot, and I mentioned it during an education hour the other day, and I think somebody misheard me or actually misunderstood, whichever, either or. I'm not saying that that shell pearls are... I didn't say that they were fake. We wouldn't be bringing them to you if they were fake gemstones. What they are is basically... it's an organic matter which is ground down into basically tiny, almost dust-like particles, and then reconstituted, so reformed. So essentially, a shell pearl, in what it looks like, is everything that a pearl wants to be. It's that perfect shape, perfect size, so it is a genuine gemstone, but it is reconstituted. So look at everything that you're getting here. Now, if you missed out on the kit, or even if you didn't, you got the kit. I mean, look how many gemstones you're getting here. Look at the sheer size of all of these shell pearls as well. That's my favourite. Which one's yours?
Actually, I don't know. All of them, I think, together, the colours go beautifully together, don't they? They look so elegant, don't they, and classy. And
there's so much, I'm really struggling to hold them like that. Let me just put them over my hand this way.
Wow.
There's, how many strands? 4, 5, 6 strands. There we go, I'm going to do it like that. How many there are?
I love that buttery colour.
You love the buttery, the yellow. It is quite a canary yellow, that. This is my favourite.
Yeah, that's really soft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of got a dusky colour to it.
Actually, that'd be great with the, that bundle would be great with the beading thread, with the silk thread, wouldn't it?
It does, goes beautifully with that. You've got 6 strands in total, so everything that a pearl is aspiring to be, that's what a shell pearl is. Sizeable, perfect nacre surface, beautifully smooth. That's essentially what a shell pearl is, and of course still a genuine gemstone, but a reconstituted and formed pearl for you, essentially. Loving the colours, and you know, who was it that was saying to me that shell pearls that they like to use them rather than your genuine pearls? Is it Mark?
Mark, because Mark likes order, doesn't he? He likes things to be sort of perfect, like perfectly round, and you've got that with this. And certain designs, you want that perfectly round gemstone. Then this is you know,
ideal.
This is your bundle. This
Absolutely
is
ideal. Do you know, Kim, and I meant to bring it in, I totally forgot on this. I've got a picture on my phone, and I'll upload it to my Facebook page if you wish. I've got a picture on my phone which I took of a piece of jewellery which was in one very large department store that we all know and love here in the UK, and I had to do it discreetly because apparently my other half was saying, Eleanor, it's illegal to take photos. So I was like, is it really? Oh well, I'm going to do it anyway. And I took a picture of a pearl necklace which was basically a synthetic pearl, wasn't actually a genuine gemstone, and it was, I think it was about, reminding myself because it was a good few weeks about £45, £50 for an entire pearl necklace. Yeah, it had some, again, crystal gemstones or something like that in the centre, but £50 for a synthetic gemstone. I don't see how they justify that price tag, but unfortunately, you know, we do buy it. I'm not saying there's not a place for it, because there are, but £50, at least if it's not the real deal.
For me, if I'm spending £50, I want a genuine,
the
genuine article.
Absolutely. Wait till you see this price tag. All of those gorgeous colours, gold and glamorous, £24.95. That's working out at £4.15 per strand.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, you've got sort of cappuccinos, you've got canary yellows in here, sort of soft muted lemon hues,
and you've got the different sizes as well, which is great. So you can do sort of like a graduated design, or you could do a nice weave with them because you've got the different sizes. They're beautiful.
They are lovely.
They
right, you can incorporate this into your design, Jan.
Yeah,
you can incorporate this
that'd be perfect actually.
And also use it with your knotting tool. So, okay, so you've got that little thread through that was being a bit stubborn.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've put the last 3 on, gone through the jump ring or the clasp, back through the pearls, made a little knot, and then we've gone back through the pearls again. So we're back now at this clasp section here. And all I would do is do exactly the same again. I would put a little knot in there. So I would just make a little loop, pass the thread through.
Lovely.
There. Whoops. And just make sure that it goes around. Sorry, I'll just there. So just make sure that it goes around that little section there. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way as well as do that. And again, just take either tweezers or your fingers and just push that knot right up against there. Maybe do that a couple of times. A little dab of glue on there. And that's how I would finish. Just let the glue dry and then snip that off. And then you've got the security of you've got a knot here, and then you've got the thread going back 2 or 3 times and a knot there. So you know that that's going to be really secure and that's not going to go anywhere.
And with it being the area that you would, be touching and holding and obviously connecting, it's the working part of your jewellery, isn't it? So you really want that security. So for the actual end pieces, it's worth persevering with and spending that bit of time.
It's worth spending the time because, like Elle said, this is the bit that you're going to be touching all the time. You're going to be picking up and you're going to be opening your clasp and closing your clasp. So this is the bit that you want to make sure is really, really secure.
Yes.
So it's worth taking the time and, like I say, knot in there, and it's gone through those 3 pearls there 3 times, so you've got that security there. So
and it'll be quite rigid as well, won't it? So
well, actually, because it's the silk. It's still got that
flexibility. Yeah. And you can't tell that that's effectively where it hasn't deformed the actual shape of the necklace.
And because you've got the silk, and the silk is so fine and so beautiful but so strong, you can do multiple knots and not have that bulkiness to it. So I could do 2 or 3 knots here at this end without having sort of a big bulk of knot there and it being really noticeable. It just sort of blends into the design. Absolutely fabulous.
Lots of you loving your pearls today, and so are we. It is the day for pearls. Thank you so much, Janet.
You're welcome.
You've created some fabulous pieces. You've got
enjoyed
matching.
It.
Yeah, I would enjoy it as well. Guess what?
Is it time?
It is time. There are 2 ladies. No, scrap that. Everybody here in Jewellery Maker is absolutely green with envy for you right now. This is creme de la creme. This is your quad 80, your Tanzanite. This is the absolute prestige. First time ever in the history of Jewellery Maker, we are bringing you not just 1, but 3 significant 12mm plus Tahitian pearls, and it's up after this.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers, covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the Genuine Gemstone Company.
Jewellery makers, we are about to make history here for us here in the studios and for yourselves too, potentially, because it's the first time ever that we are bringing you Tahitian pearls. Now, what sets Tahitian pearls aside from the rest? Well, they are formed in the French Polynesia, so beautiful location, and that beauty almost seems to transcend through the gemstone. They are formed in what's called a black lip oyster. So if you can imagine the inside of an oyster and the actual inner contents, I suppose, the inner area of the actual shell, that unique colouring then is emulated in the pearl that is actually produced. So this gemstone, what makes your Tahitian pearls more desired and valuable? It's a unique colouring. It's sort of an inky, steely blue with overtones of greens coming through, often even aubergine colours, which make it so sought after. Now you are getting all three. Can you see the different colours as well? Obviously this is a genuine gemstone, so there will be variations. You can also see the fact that they are half drilled, so perfect for stud earrings or perfect for your pendants. We're going to bring the graphics in. I'm going to be talking to you some more about this opportunity. 37 carats and over 12 millimeters. Now, this is one of the most expensive pearls for us to actually to bring you. And by the way, yes, it is measurements. It is measurements really, rather than the carat weight. It can take up to 2 years, for the oyster alone to actually mature enough to be able to produce a gemstone, a pearl in itself. That means that the oyster itself will actually be 1 foot in diameter. The warm saltwater lagoons of the Tahitian waters produce this wonderful, wonderful gemstone. All of the above previously, what we were talking about, how sizable the pearl is. I mean, this is a staggering 12.25 millimeter, very specific, because we are talking about Tahitian pearls in particular. So that's one of the biggest that I've actually ever seen, ever seen. And what was I saying? All of the above, the size, how spherical they are, how smooth the nacre surface is, and you can see, I will pick them up for you as well, you can see they are beautifully blemish free, wonderfully, wonderfully reflective. I'll pick them up one at a time, and I'll use my my little grabber for this so you can actually see all the way around individual. Let's pick up, we've got multi-buys, and I'm not surprised by that at all. Isn't this exciting? I've got a Tahitian pearl. I'm very lucky enough, and I did save up for it long before Jewellery Maker, long before our sister channels even. I saved up for my Tahitian pearl, and I can tell you I was happy with paying a price tag in excess of £500, and that was a staff cost, by the way, for one. You're getting 3, and it's not as big as these. Well done. Wowzers. I know, Debbie, isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? We've got less than 50 of these available. That's just one of the pearls that you are getting. They are half drilled, so you can easily set these into any ring, go as far as commissioning your own design if you wanted to. Take it to a jeweler's to have set into gold. Let's show you the aubergine colour, because you're getting all 3. They're very... They personify elegance to me. It's the very definition of elegance. It is that unique colouring which makes them so desired. And they form within a mollusk called the black lip oyster. So that's where you're getting this wonderful coloration. It almost is passed on through from the oyster to the actual pearl itself. Warm waters. They're a touch of class. They're very sensitive. Why in particular Tahitian pearls more expensive than many other pearls? Well, the cultivating of them, the actual process is costly, and that's due to the fact that the mollusk is very, very sensitive. It's a sensitive mollusk. So the process is actually taking the oyster out of the water. They'll only survive for a very short period of time, and actually injecting what is usually a tiny circular bead, so that then lends itself to a perfectly round pearl. Well, hopefully a perfectly round pearl. It's not inevitable, but the actual injection of the actual bead, cultivating this gemstone, it's very sensitive, and it can actually reject it, and also there's the time process. So that means the cost of actually bringing you one of these pearls is substantial. Already, is that a third of the stock, did you say, Kim? Over a third of the stock has gone. Already. Webbit is with it in their basket as well. You're getting all 3. Please do your price comparisons. I've been on so many different websites out there, and I can't give you direct prices, but you know, it'll take you 5 minutes to realize that just one of these pearls can and does fetch 3, 4, 5 times the price tag. I myself, from buying my own Tahitian pearl many years ago, paid over £500, and that was actually at a staff cost, and I've had it valued, I've had it appraised. Yes, it's got a couple of diamonds either side, and it was valued in the 4-figured price. So well done to everyone that is lucky enough to get this. Myself and Jan aren't even going to entertain the idea, because we know that it is going to be an on and gone opportunity to own a Tahitian pearl. I mean, your Tahitian and your Akoya, I'd say, were two of the most sought after and most valued pearls in the entire world. Akoya is more of a golden pearl, that's Japanese. Tahitian pearls, obviously from the French Polynesia, which brings you this gorgeous, unique, inky blue. Can you see? You can really see the overtones of green, and in this one, it's more of the aubergine colour. Neither or is more valuable than the other. It's all down to personal preference, personal desirability. 12.25 millimeters. I mean, this this is a moment in not just a moment in history for us here at Jewellery Maker, but this is not just an addition to anybody's collection. This is a centerpiece, isn't it?
They're just amazing, aren't they? I can't believe. I just can't believe we've got them.
Nor me.
It's so beautiful.
It's so exciting, and even if you're thinking, Ellen, I don't know what I would do with them. I don't know how I would make a piece of jewellery around them. It's the pearl. It's the pearl that you're looking at, and the deal. Even if you bought them and sold them on, I mean, I don't want you to do that. I want you to enjoy this gemstone, but I'd go as far as saying that if you bought them and sold them on, you would make a profit. I'm absolutely certain of that. Now, we are going to have to bring that price in because already we've got loads of jewellery makers making confirmations. Fabulous to be able to get in 3. Look how perfectly spherical it is. Look at how reflective. You can see you can actually see the graphics. You can see. Let me see. Look, my hand waving in the background. The fact that this pearl is so incredibly reflective that you can actually see, like a mirror, me waving in the background. Can you see that? Just to the top right of the pearl, there's my arm right in front, waving up and down in front of the monitor behind me. Massive valuing addition to this opportunity. I've seen I've seen Tahitian pearls in the past. Mine is not double figures, and it is so incredibly costly because this mollusk is, I like this, quite sensitive. I like the sensitivity of the black-lip oyster. Got a message in from James. Just found a pair of Tahitian pearl studs in sterling silver, 10mm for 475. I'm not surprised. 10mm. That's actually not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal, actually. 475 for 10mm. That's amazing. I paid over that for one. For one, and I'm going back years and years and years ago. Let me bring you, let me show you the other one because I've shown you the sort of aubergine colour. Let's bring you the other one of the green because you're all getting all 3. Do you know, I'd love to be able to get this and make myself, make my mum a pearl pendant, or take it into a jewellery establishment and say, can you make some, my mum, myself and Tom's mum matching Tahitian pearl pendants and get them valued. It would be, I'm going to go as far as saying, I'm not qualified to give official valuations. You need to go to a gemologist for that, but every bone in my body is telling me that this is the high 3 figures.
Definitely. And I think that's probably what I would do, to be honest with you. I'd make a pendant for myself, a pendant for my sister, and then I'd make a pendant to sell. Yeah. And the sale of the one pendant would pay for ours.
Absolutely. Judith in Merseyside just looked up on the web, a 10mm earring, £600. Yeah. So I bought them. Beautiful. Well done. Well, yeah. I don't blame you. Anybody, if you're in a position to do so, I mean, granted, you know, cost is always something we need to think about. Well, most of us need to think about. If you are in a position to do so, don't let this opportunity pass you by. It's the first time in 5 years. That's how long we've been established here at Jewellery Maker, that we've ever brought you Tahitian pearls. If that doesn't indicate the rarity, the desirability, the scarcity, the intrinsic value of this gemstone, I don't know what will. We've brought you diamonds, we've brought you sapphires, rubies, emeralds, we've brought you Tanzanite, Tahitian pearl, first time ever. I saw these in a necklace on my recent cruise for £38,000, and this was only a short necklace. Rachel, can I just say, the first jewellers I worked at, yeah, high-end, big boutique jewellers. And you know what? I'm glad I started there because it set my expectations exceedingly high on gemstones. So, so Tahitian pearls were there. There was one beautiful cabinet of pearls. And this size, anything over double figure millimetres, always 5 figures in the establishment that I worked at. Anything in double millimetre sizes, not just Tahitian pearls, culture pearls as well, was always in 5 figures. They're amazing, don't get me wrong, amazing. 5 figures, yeah, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Well done, yeah, 38,000, I'll have 3. Pauline, well done, looking online, and the prices are phenomenal. Yeah. They are. This is probably, we're not just saying it, this is probably one of the world's most valuable gemstones. I was looking, and this is another thing for you to research. We've got more in baskets than we've got, bear with me, I'll finish what I was saying. But yeah, we've got more in baskets than we actually have got left. So we're going to have to bring that price tag in for you. I'll go back to what I was saying in just one moment. I was getting a little bit carried away and forgot the price. Wow. Please, 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 wow. I'd expect that at least each. That's working out at £46.65 per
That's
pearl.
amazing. It's so exciting. I don't think you can feel the excitement in the air.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I didn't ever think that we'd have the opportunity to work with Tahitian pearls.
That's 10 times lower than the prices that you were just saying.
Yeah.
10 times lower,
Yeah.
at least.
Amazing.
At least.
Amazing.
Yeah, 5 figures. Anything in double figures, millimetre pearl, would be a 5-figure price tag. You know, I was talking about how I'd sold a pearl necklace to a very well-known footballer. I can't name names. I did sign the disclaimer, but a very well-known footballer. Yeah, he was particularly interested in your Tahitian pearls. And I'm not surprised by that. I only wish I had more. I only wish I had more. Well done. Huge congratulations to every single one of you. Kerry, London, Stella. London, you can pop down Hatton Garden, can't you? You can pop to Bond Street. You'll see Tahitian pearls in the big boutiques, like your, you know, the very high-end boutiques. I was stood outside Boodles the other day in London. And we're looking, and I was looking into the shop front window, yeah, to see one individually with your diamonds, your SI graded, they'd be your high-end diamonds, maybe your G to H colourless, in your 18 karat gold or your platinum, yeah, 4-figure price tags. That's what every ounce of my inner being tells me. That's what a Tahitian pearl should be. And I'm talking singular, not 3. You're getting 3 here, so not surprised that we've got multi-buyers. We've got a message from, I've got mine, well done. I can't really afford it, but it's such an incredible price that I'm looking at it as an investment. I'm so glad. I'm not allowed to say that word, so I'm so glad that you've sent that message in. I'm not a financial advisor. Believe me, I'm rubbish at maths. You wouldn't want me to advise you. And to be honest, I would be spending your money for you right now as well. I'm not allowed to say that I word, but yes, you are 100% right. You are 100%. This is not an illogical purchase. That's the best way that I can say it.
They're just stunning.
Aren't they?
Absolutely stunning.
And perfect.
Yeah, and well done to everybody who's got them, because they're just gorgeous.
Has this sold out? Very nearly sold out. How many have got it in their baskets? We've got 6 left, and 15 have got it in your basket. I understand that this is a considered price tag, but it's actually not in comparison to what you're getting. It's really not. Well done. And do you know what? Do you know what the best bit is? It only gets better. When you actually get these home, you're going to fall in love. It's going to be love at first sight. Wow. Wow. Incredible.
Yay.
I told you it was going to be an amazing show. Don't forget, we've got an amazing Opal coming up. We've got more incredible bundles. Let's bring you some findings. Let's bring you loads and loads of findings, including 2 massive amounts of chains. Is this a metre of chain? Yeah, a metre of chain, 2 different links, 2 different packs. So some are quite floral findings. You've got your toggle clasp, you've got your beautiful feather pins and your head pins here. Look at it. Every single finding. I'm still caught up in the Tahitian pearls. I'm sorry. It's going to take me a while to actually, get over that moment in time. 180 findings, your absolute essentials. 180. Well, that's going to last you an awful long time, isn't it?
It's going to go a long way, isn't it? And to have that just there to hand, to have it in your stash, when you can get them like this, then get them, to be honest with you.
The other day, I've started making a few pieces of jewellery, and I was talking to some of the ladies out in a workshop yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, I've started, I'm not confident enough to bring them in to show you as of yet, because I am an absolute novice in making jewellery. I've never proclaimed it to be my forte. Gemstones and jewellery is my love and passion, but I was like, you know what, I should be doing more of this, and I really enjoyed it, but I had that problem, which you think, Eleanor, you work at Jewellery Maker, how can you be running out of findings? But I did.
It happens, yeah.
I ran out of findings, which stops me there.
Frustrating, isn't it? It's so frustrating when you actually want to get on. You've got a design in your head and you want to crack on with it, and you just haven't got the findings to do it with.
It was frustrating, yeah.
Yeah.
Infuriating. You have got your feather head pins. Your feather head pins here, which are some of your most popular because they're quite intricate, aren't they?
They're brilliant for sort of your smaller gemstones.
Do you know what? I love that. I'm just thinking those standing proud, like a feather design, if you like, on a tiara. I mean, they look beautiful like that, don't they?
They do.
Amazing. You've got detailed head pins there. You've got floral head pins. You've got your round head pins. You've got 2 of your extender chains with your ribbon ends and S-class. You've got multiple shepherd hooks, multiple different earring findings as well. You've got the circular ones here. Can you see those? Circular earring findings. Your crimp beads, your crimp covers, your bolt rings, and you've got sizable toggle clasp here. Loving that one. Then you've got totally different toggle clasps. Some are floral. Some are square, some are teardrop shaped like this. Here's your chain. Look at the differing links of your chain. Now, I love the shapes of these because you've got one which is more like a classic belcher chain, I suppose, and then the other is kind of like, yeah, it's quite rigid, which I love.
Is that the one that's got sort of structure to it? If you bend it, yeah.
If you bend it, it does. Yeah. I'll show you on.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
We've made sort of flower designs with the chain alone, because if you shape it, it'll hold, and put a head pin through the links, it'll hold that shape.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It has got a structure, I suppose.
If you take it one way, you've got that structure, but the other way, it's quite fluid. So it's still a fluid chain, but it gives you options.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a metre of this as well. I love this chain.
Yeah. Great, isn't it?
It's very contemporary. Let's bring that price tag in for you. 180 findings in total. Don't do like what I did the other day. Run out. It's really infuriating. And when you're in your zen, you're in your zone. You're feeling all creative, and you've got a bit of time to designate to making some pieces of jewellery. That's the last thing you want interrupting you. Price point for you for 180 findings this morning. £4 per finding.
That's amazing.
2 metres of chain for 8p.
That's crazy.
1 metre of chain for 4p. What can you buy for 4p?
See, now what I would do, I do this quite a lot, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself. If I'm looking at buying something, I always think, okay, what can I take from that to actually pay for it, for my money back? And if I just show you these pair of earrings, they're hearts, whereas you've got flowers. But for me, what I would possibly do is the toggle clasp, the flower toggle clasp. I'd make a pair of flower earrings with them, and then maybe charge that price or a bit more than that. And then that one pair of earrings for me has covered everything, and the rest then I've got for my my stash, and it's paid for.
Yeah, it is. And do you know what? If you've got an order open right now, add it to your order. £7.95. I mean, have you ever noticed you go to I'm kind of deviating ever so slightly, but whilst you're all dialing through, have you ever noticed you go to the shop for one thing, and then your shop turns, I don't know, you go to the shop for a toilet roll, and you end up spending 20 quid.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Do it every time you go in.
Oh my God, okay, yeah. I need that. Yeah, I need that, because you pick things up on the way. You do need these. It's one of those things that if you were coming here as a shop, this would be something you'd naturally put in your basket.
Yeah, because findings are an essential part of the process, the jewellery making process. But don't just see them as like the mechanics to hold the piece together. Look at them in a different way. Look at, like we've done with the toggle clasp, you can turn that into a pendant or a pair of earrings. Yeah. There's lots of different ways of using it. So as a mechanic to hold your pieces of jewellery together and to add a design element, they're perfect. But just, sometimes it's nice to get findings packs, sit down with the findings pack and let the findings pack determine where your jewellery goes.
Yeah, because they are.
Take your inspiration from that.
I think we become a little bit complacent in the fact that, look, people buy pieces of jewellery without genuine gemstones. Yeah. So, it doesn't have to be with your genuine gemstones as well. It can be all about the beauty of your precious metals. Yeah. I mean, I wear on my days off just a silver chain, no gemstones. I wear a silver bracelet, no gemstones. And I love it because it's not... it's really comfortable, it is rare, it's beautiful. What was that? Mark on Christmas Day did what? Around Christmas time, he did an entire jewellery set just purely on findings, apparently. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about Chloe Jones's necklace. Chloe, why do I always have to say Chloe Jones, but... Chloe, head of production, she wears a necklace, which is from that place, the shop, something of London, but it's purely findings. There's no gemstones in there. Beautiful, really lovely. We've got over 100 in baskets. Don't worry, there's quantity, but not huge now. There is quantity. But given the fact that we are so busy today, add it to your order. Yeah, no brainer. Okay, moving on to... Oh, I haven't got a box 6. Oh, is it these? Oh, now the first kit sold out. It's very similar. Very, very, very similar. If you missed out on that, then grab this. But if you did get it, this is the first, your kit, we had sort of cappuccino tones. This is all about those peachy hues.
Beautiful. I mean, like you say, if you did get the first kit, a brilliant addition to it.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, it's, you know, great. Yeah, because beautiful.
Isn't that a
Beautiful
gorgeous
colours.
bridal colour? Yeah, it's like a dusky, it's really elegant, isn't it? It's a really dusky, feminine, pinky peach. It's kind of morganite hues, isn't it? And I love the injection of these sort of bronze rice pearls here, and then the slightly soft champagne pearls as well. Look at that wonderful combination. Just fabulous.
And again, you've got all those different shapes and sizes in there, and they're beautiful, aren't they?
They really are. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, let me just. 6 strands. Oh, of course, it's on your graphics. I can see it there. I'm just looking at it solely at the actual gemstones themselves. Those peachy hues. Pearls can be natural white colour. You've just seen Tahitian pearls, which naturally do form, or also referred to as a black pearl. That colour is coming from the actual mollusk itself. Some of these have actually been impregnated with dye. That's absolutely fine. Not a problem whatsoever. It doesn't deter from the value in any way, shape or form. And in many cases, it can actually add to the pearlescence. So we were talking about that again with the kit, which has since sold out. The amount of reflective beauties that you're seeing. I love the shapes. You've got buttons, you've got baroques, you've got rice shapes, you've got this beautiful teardrop. Look at this one. If I just grab that one and bring it to the forefront, look at that wonderful teardrop here. Sizable pearls, and you can imagine them just cascading ever so slightly. Really, really elegant, aren't they? Just a couple dotted of each of those colours and tones. This is bridal to me, that's what it's speaking.
It does, it screams bridal, doesn't it? But then if you separate them out, you know, you've got, as we said earlier, you know, you can wear a pearl necklace and you can wear it during the day with your jeans. Or then you can wear it, the same necklace, then with an outfit to sort of dress that up. So with these, for me, individual pieces of jewellery or bridal, perfect.
Yeah, together, collectively, you're thinking maybe your bridal or your proms or something like that. Yeah, individually, absolutely, because, you know, if I just separate one strand, I mean, you look at that on its own straight away, you think, yeah, I'd wear that on its own. With a pair of jeans and a white shirt.
Pearl bracelet, that screams
Pearl
to me.
bracelet, I love those shapes, I do.
Gorgeous.
I love that shape because they are a teardrop. 6 strands. So if you missed out on the kit earlier on, this is a great alternative. If you did get the kit, a great addition because you've got your coffees, your cappuccino tones with the kit, and then this is that delicacy, that sort of femininity, like a morganite hue. Beautiful opportunities. Your champagne swirls, it just personifies femininity to me. Or you could create one of the most fabulous designs that I should really. Here I go. You know it, Claire. I need to patent this design, don't I? I'm sure there are other designs. In fact, I probably stole it off Mark Smith, to be honest. What would I call it? I don't know. I'm not very good at naming things.
Well, that'd be a champagne swirl, wouldn't it?
Champagne swirl.
Oh, that looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Isn't it? Isn't it lovely? And like that one strand of bronze running through really lifts all the other tones.
Beautiful.
I want to get this. I'm running out of pearls actually, so I do need to get some for my jewellery making. Fabulous. Let's bring that price tag in for you. Good luck to every single one. Those peachy colours would be gorgeous for all different ages, all different skin tones as well. Very complimentary. $29.95 for 6 strands. 6 strands of pearls. That's £4.99. Jan, I know that I'm lucky enough to have you here right now, but I know if you weren't, your name would be on my...
For definite, yeah. I mean, at that price. That price, and that's so beautiful.
I'm going to ask you a question. It's a ridiculous question, but I am going to ask it to you anyway. Have you ever bought pearls from anywhere else other than Jewellery Maker?
No. Hand on heart, I can honestly say that, no. And I wouldn't even consider looking now. There's no point.
Nor me.
Because I know that, I know firsthand being here, the quality of them and the price, you know, there's no need.
Yeah, the quality and the actual value.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes that people think, gosh, is it an exaggeration? No, it's really, really not. Firsthand, you've got Jan, who's selling her jewellery, myself, who's sold it for many, many, many years. And I'm not just talking here. And you know, if you speak to anybody that understands the gems, and I know that you know this, otherwise the Tahitian pearls wouldn't have sold out, and the first kit wouldn't have sold out. All of those strands of pearls that I've just brought you wouldn't have sold. You know this anyway, so bear with me if you're thinking, oh, yeah, okay, you're telling somebody that's already 100% behind everything that you're saying. For those of you that are thinking, is that an exaggeration? No, it's really, really not. We're telling you firsthand situations, direct situations that we've both come across.
Yep. I mean, and I
messages from viewers at home sending them in then.
I mean, and I sell them regularly at the prices that I'm quoting. And so, you know, I mean, I wouldn't quote them if it wasn't happening. So, you know, I can hand on heart say that these are the sort of prices that I'm achieving. And I understand it's different for other people. But even if you're making us gifts, imagine opening a necklace of one of those strands on Christmas morning. How beautiful would that be?
Yeah, really, really lovely. Who doesn't love pearls as well? Who doesn't? Everybody that I know, every lady that I know loves pearls. Everyone. Yeah. So fabulous. Well done to you. Moving on to... Oh, I haven't got a 10 o'clock. Oh, I have. Yeah, I have. Oh, these are lovely. You know, you're saying about stamping, personalising, wine charms. I want to make wine glass charms with these. It's our matrix box. Kim's saying, I don't know if I've seen these before. Look, you've got marquise shapes, you've got beautiful teardrops, and then you've got, I want to say kind of like a paisley leaf. Ovals, squares, with that brush detailing, that wonderful texture.
Beautiful. And it's great because they've got that drill, that hole at either end, so they can be like a connector. Yeah. So they could be they could be a connector. You could have them as an earring. So you've got one end attached to the earring finding, the other you've got one of the beautiful pearls hanging from it. So there's lots and lots of different uses for them. But stamping on them would be perfect. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah. If you've never stamped on jewellery before, you can get stamping kits. Stamping kits, basically where you've got different, well, the letters, the alphabet and numbers. Wonderful for personalising your jewellery, wonderful for branding your jewellery as well, if you want to sort of be well known and have it recognised that, you know, for example, it's the same as what Cartier and Tiffany and all that do. They put their logos on there so that people know where it's actually come from and where to buy it from. So you could do exactly the same. Look at that, they're wonderfully lustrous. You've almost got asterisms across every single one of those I want to say spaces, but they are charms as well, aren't they? Well, they're spaces, charms, connectors. They could be links. They could be anything you want them to do. You could glue gemstones onto them. Do whatever you want with them. Cabochons on them with your really strong glue. Perfect. They're just so versatile, aren't they? 50 pieces you are getting in total. They are solid sterling silver as well. They are £9.25. We should be bringing these to you at £36.95. I mean, given the fact, I mean, I can feel the weight. I can feel how substantial they are. And there's 50. So 50 charms. You do the maths, it's already an amazing deal. Should be. Not this morning. We're in the assumption that you've got some very high-end gemstones this morning. You're going to want to be using your precious metals. So let's bring it to you. We've taken almost a third off the price tag there. That's brilliant. 44 pence per sterling silver charm. That's brilliant. And to have it in sterling silver is like, wow. Yeah, wow. That's so beautiful. They are reversible as well. They're on both sides. Perfect. And if you make it, we said about that bundle being bridal. If you're making bracelets for your bridesmaids, you could even sort of put a little, put the name on it, personalise it, put a little message on it, or put the date of the wedding or something on it, just as a little, you know, to remember it by. And beautiful. Well,
to suggest something, and all right, this might take some time, but if you're getting married, or you know somebody that is getting married, how about wedding favours? You could put the initials, their initials, and into a little tiny chiffon bag.
Yep.
Make these into little wedding favours. I mean, these are pennies.
I mean, I think we've got some cords and stuff coming up later. So you could do that and have cord either side and make like wish bracelets with them, couldn't you? Put their initials on them, just put cord on them so that they could just tie that on as a bracelet in a little bag. Brilliant little favour.
But Ben, I'm not saying everyone wears the bride and bridegroom's names. They wear their own names. Oh, you want them to wear yours, do you? Yeah, you wear their own names, so you could stamp onto them. Okay, there's a little bit of expense in that, not huge amounts though, but you can personalise them. Yeah. So yeah, just a couple of cords either side. How lovely is that?
Beautiful. And everybody can wear them on the day. Everybody have the same. Yeah, it'd be great.
And that's it. You've got different sizes and shapes. I like that idea. And maybe on the underside you could put the date of the wedding.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
So they'll never forget your anniversary as well.
They've got no excuse.
No excuses. Oh no, I put the lid down so I can't. There we go. Got it now. Well done. Stay on those phone lines. What was it? The guys are just saying, you know, go on, what did you say? You know, when you get married, Ben is asking, when people say, how long have you been together, do you go back to when you first got together or when you got married? Well, I suppose after so many years, you'd go, well, we've been married X amount, wouldn't you? But it depends, doesn't it? My best friend has been married, I think it's 13 years now, and she says, oh, but we've been together 16. She says that. Married 13 years, but been together. What do you say?
Well, look, we've never got married. We've been together 29 years.
So you just said 29 years?
And we've never, yeah, so 29 years.
29 years? Yes, but I don't know. What do you say? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Ben, you're so random. He comes into the studio and so random, these questions. Okay, moving on. What number? Box 1. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because this is beautiful. Oh, hang on. What's in box number 2 as well? They're amazing. And number 3 and number 5. Oh, have we brought those, haven't we? Already done them, sold out.
Oh, wow.
The size of these.
How sparkly are they? They're gorgeous, aren't
They're faceted rondelles. Haven't seen rose quartz in I don't know how long. They're all faceted, aren't they? Oh, I beg your pardon, we've got some which are your nuggets, but they're the big nuggets. I haven't seen rose quartz in I don't know how long. Now, lesser grade will be more white, lacking in those baby pink tones. This has definitely got those baby pink tones, hasn't it? Really prominent hues coming through. I love rose quartz with black. I love it with your agates and your spinels. I think it brings that sort of rock chicky, that edgy look. But it's also a gemstone which is going to be wonderfully complementary with your pink opal, which is coming up later on. Ooh. Oh my goodness, look at that for a combination. All the pinks. That opal is insanely beautiful, isn't it? Brand new. It's coming up. I love this combination.
Beautiful. It's gorgeous. But with the amethyst that we had earlier, it would be great with the amethyst.
Yes. With the Tanzanite as well. It looked lovely with Tanzanite too.
It's just beautiful. And like you say, it's just a really beautiful pink, isn't it?
It is. Rose quartz is very recognised as well. It's a very soft and calming gemstone. It's got lots of myths and beliefs behind it, if you believe in all that. We're not allowed to talk very heavily about it, so I'm not skirting over it, but we're not allowed to talk about it. But yeah, it's very calming as a gemstone, it's very romantic as a gemstone, and everybody pretty much recognises that it is a rare, genuine gemstone. Big designers use your rose quartz. Lola Rose loves to use it. Let's see, well, many designers, even sort of Glenn Lehrer ourselves, our sister channels will bring you pieces of jewellery with your rose quartz, because it has got a very unique tone of pink. It is a definite pink in terms of actually contrasting it with other pink gemstones. It's that dusky baby pink, you know, like a newborn baby, a little girl. You do think of this colour, don't you? So great if you're thinking about commissioning jewellery for maybe a new mum or a new baby, but also fabulously feminine, don't you think?
Really feminine.
I love this
Beautiful.
bundle.
It's really pretty. And I love rose quartz with smoky quartz.
Yes.
I think the smoky quartz and the pink and the chocolatey colour together. So again, with the chocolate pearls from before, with the rose quartz, I think they would look beautiful.
Yeah, this with pearls, full stop,
Yeah.
it would look
Well,
lovely,
yeah.
wouldn't it? Big sizable rondelle. So you have got here your 12mm by 8mm, your 10mm by 8mm, and then your central drilled fancy slices. They're not really slices, I'd say they're actually big nuggets myself, which are up to 13 by 10 to 7 by 9. Let's bring that price tag in. So substantial carat weight. You know what our bundles are all about? It's about bringing you the most affordable price tags that we possibly can. Yeah, we've brought you high-end gemstones and strands, which, yeah, you need to have they are more of a considered purchase. We cover all different budgets and affordabilities, and still you're bringing you the wonderful quality. Of course, you're not making any sacrifices on that whatsoever. Rose quartz, I can't remember the last time I saw it. It's been ages. Hasn't been on our show for ages.
We don't see much of it, do we? We haven't seen much lately. I've not seen a lot of it lately. Actually, I can't remember the last time I have seen it. No, you say that.
Yeah, and Kim, my producer, is actually just looking on the web to see how much we've actually got on our own website. Low stock. I bet there's not rondells either, as in the big rondells. Look at the size of those. Beautifully lustrous.
They're gorgeous. That price as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I'd pay that for the one strand.
Yeah, for definite.
The one strand alone, they're 12 by 8mm, so just one of those suspended with maybe an accenting gemstone, whichever it is, and it is going to cover so many different gemstones in your stash. I'm imagining now sort of your workstation where all your gemstones are, and just a vision of baby pink, and I can imagine that little drawer or whatever you store your gemstones is very much one of those ones you go to all the time.
Yeah.
Would it go with your pearls?
Yeah.
Would it go with sapphires?
Yeah.
Would it go with shells? Yeah. Would it go with black spinel? Yeah. Would it go with turquoise? 100%. Would it go with amethyst? Would it go with citrine?
It's going to go with pretty much anything, isn't it, really?
Pretty much all gone. Would it go with mookaite? Yeah. Pinks? I think so.
Actually, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got that sort of the different sort of textures to the gemstones.
I like that combination, you know, Ben. Ben was like, oh, I don't know, it might not go with mookaite. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Mookaite's natural.
Because you get that raspberry tone in
You
the
get that
mookaite, don't you?
raspberry. Oh, yeah.
So that'd be beautiful with the
Even the
rose
mustard
quartz.
with it.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Yeah,
that.
I
We've
like
got
that.
over 50 in baskets though, so do check out as soon as you possibly can. Big substantial carat weight of your sweet dreams. Beautifully feminine. Well done to every single one. Martha's in the studio. Hello to you, honey. Martha's in the studio. There she is. Martha, did you see the Tisha pearls? All gone. But guess what? I haven't announced that yet. You have to wait till the end of the show. I've got a little bit of announcement. a little bit later on. Oh, you coming to announce it? When are you coming to announce it? Half an hour. Martha's going to come and announce it for you.
I'm really excited now.
Do you know what it is?
No?
I do. Okay, amazing. I've got to move on. Coming up next, we've covered your emerald, sell out. We've brought you Tanzanite, sell out. We've brought you Tahitian pearls, sell out. We've got pink opal coming up, will be a sellout. And guess what? In your next showstopper, that's going to be a sellout. It is the King of Gemstones. of course, your ruby. Kim, I've got a bone to pick with you. You never told me that this strand was like literally this long. I was expecting this ruby to be this long. It's ruby. Arguably the most expensive coloured gemstones on the planet, or certainly up there. Just taken #1 in the most expensive coloured gemstone to be sold. 19 million. Look at it, very limited, however. And you'll understand why. We could have separated this strand 10 times over. Because look.
Wow, look at that.
I don't think I've ever seen a ruby strand as long as this. All faceted, all amazing colour. Amelia's getting excited. You're right, darling. She's fine. There she is, bless her. She's fine. She's fine. Have you ever seen a strand this long of genuine ruby?
That's amazing. That's so beautiful, isn't it?
Bone to pick with you, Kimbo. You need to prepare me for things like this. 300 carats. Okay, right, listen. I'm not saying that we've never brought you 300 carats of ruby before. We have. But it's been in your sort of chips and your nuggets. Still beautiful, still wonderful, still desirable and everything like that. But these are all shaped. They are shaped in a wonderful, like, sort of teardrop effect. And they are double row, so they're stacked on this strand. And I'll show you in a second. I'm getting so carried away. You know, we've brought you this carat weight before of ruby. Yeah, but they tend to be the rough nuggets. Not all individually shaped. Just one of those in a simple drop. I mean, look how many there are. And I've got to hold on to it somewhere. So there's more here and there's more here.
They say they're jam-packed onto that strand.
Jam-packed,
as well,
natural ruby.
They're beautiful.
Shall I count them? Have I got time to count them, Kim? I'll do it as quickly as I possibly can. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It's 20 up to there. Still got all that yet. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. I reckon there's, well, that's about half, isn't it? So where am I up to? 60?
60.
It's got to be about 120 then.
Wow.
60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 80, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 125 rubies.
That's crazy, isn't it?
125 rubies. I don't believe we've ever brought you a strand like this before. How many have we got of these, Kim? We had 29. Is that all? And by the way, 10 have already gone. How long is this going to last you?
Yeah, it's going to go a long way. I mean, before we've had longer strands, but they've been sort of more rough, sort of nuggety
the more
shapes,
organic-y shapes.
But like you say, those are that defined drop shape.
Yeah. And they're natural. They're natural rubies.
Beautiful.
Okay, they will sell out, no doubt about it. There's only 29 of these available in the entire world. Let's bring that price tag in. We'll be having a little meeting after the show, you know, just to negotiate the fact or talk about the fact that Kim needs to prepare me for strands like this. You like surprising me? I am joking, Kimbo, you know, but so many of you on the phone lines. This has got to be like, how many times could we have separated this down? What's your standard length of a strand? What would it be?
And normal strands, aren't they? About 38 centimetres.
About 38 centimetres would be a normal length of a strand. Would that be right? Of ruby, probably not,
No,
actually.
it'd be shorter, wouldn't it? The ruby.
A ruby would be
strand.
short. So let's say 20.
Yeah.
So look, we could have separated this almost 3 times.
Yeah, at least into 3 strands.
And then said
that price.
$49.95.
Yeah.
So really, that's really, in my eyes, we could have got
Amazing.
£150 out of this one strand. And that's still a super competitive price tag. It will sell out. Well done to you, Diana, Leslie, Carola, Janice, hello to you, Berkshire, Mary, Veronica, Carol, Catherine, Yulia, Suzanne, Hannah's there, Vanya and Surrey, Jacqueline's with me as well. We've still got quantity, but only just very, very, very limited. Very limited. Are we in single figure quantity now, Kim? Can I do this again, one more time? Did you ever think that you would see a strand of ruby like this long?
Isn't that many on there as well?
126.
Yeah.
I could probably do 2 necklaces with that. Oh, this with your pearls earlier
The white
on.
pearl, yeah, they're beautiful.
Okay, no, it won't go around my waist, but it might. It might Claire's. All right, Claire, telling me to breathe in. All right. Steady. I know I made the most of the all-inclusive, but you know, thought we were friends. I'm only joking, my darling. I'm not that sensitive. Yeah. Oh, bless her. I am teasing. That's funny. All right, Claire. Hello to you, Rena. Hello to you, Surrey. Hello to you, Shalara in Belfast, Cambridge, you're there. Hello to you, Wyoming. Hello to you, Diana, Leslie, Christine, Sharon in Buckinghamshire, Devon, London, Fazilat, Natasha, Claire. More of you with it in your basket now than we've got quantity left. So again, we're oversubscribed. Every single... Pretty much, it'd be easier to ask us today, I think, which ones of our showstoppers and our star buys, etc., haven't sold out. Because I think everyone has so far, isn't it? If you're watching on the repeats, don't let that deter you. Give it a try, because you never know, something might have fallen out of baskets. It's worth having a go, isn't it? Okay. Leave that with you. I forgot, what box was that? Sorry, Kim. Okay. Now, got to move on in the essence of time. Because from your showstopper, presenter's picks, to your hot pick. Amongst the Tahitian pearls, the Tanzanite, the opals, the emeralds, the rubies, this is the strand the strands, I should say, because you are getting both, that I reached for when I came into the studios. So Amelia is busier in the morning setting up all the wonderful strands for you. This has been on the side to my right for the entirety of the morning so far, and this is the one that I went to instantaneously. Now you're ticking a lot of boxes out of the big 5, but the fact that with your sapphire emeralds in this, there's amazing diaphanity. Diaphanity, or clarity is probably the easier way to understand it for those of you that don't. We're referring to how much light actually passes through the gemstone, how many internal inclusions there are within the gemstone, and sapphires and emeralds in particular can be quite opaque. My goodness, not here. They're beautifully... Can I just show you one gem? Wait. This to me is like a salon sapphire blue. Look at that one. Look at that. Look at that colour. And the pink next to it. And you've got almost songier greens. And you've got almost paprikacha oranges right there. Then you've got a gorgeous like a Madagascan pink there. Then lemon or canary sapphire tones. That to me is papradacha tone. Do you agree? That golden sunrise. Look at the diaphanity. Look at that. Look at the amount of light that is going through every single one of those rondelles. You're not just getting one though. Again, this is a long strand. 38 centimetres. So you're getting pretty much almost a metre of sapphire here. An emerald. Wow. This morning, Kim, has got to be one of the best days for Jewellery Maker. In terms of the quality of the gemstones, I mean, they are there. They are right up there. Some of the best that I have ever seen. Do you agree?
Totally. Absolutely, totally, yeah. They are just...
And you don't have to take my word for it. Get them home, use the 30-day money-back guarantee. We could have halved the length of these strands again. With the quality. Look at that. This is why they're called sapphire, the colour, the gemstone of colours. I'm talking about the sapphire solely here, and I should really talk about the emeralds as well, because they're insanely beautiful, real depth of colour. You've got Colombian tones, you've got Zambian tones, you've got exquisite diaphanity. You can see they're gloriously vivacious. Colour is king. That's something with a terminology and expression that I learned when I was very young, and I've always remembered it and maintained it, because that is a simple and easy guide to knowing what you're looking for with your coloured gemstones. The more prominent the colour, the more valuable the gemstone. When it comes to your sapphires and emerald though, they can be very heavily included, which often means that you won't see an internal brilliance, but my goodness, you've got it all here. Two strands of 60 carats. So there's, hang on, that's 120 carats you're saying. Not two 30 carat strands, 120 carats of beautiful sapphire and emeralds.
Amazing. That's so beautiful, aren't they?
120 carats. And we bring it to you in a double figure price tag. £35 for 65 carats of sapphire and emerald.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It really, really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you separate the emeralds from the sapphires?
I was going to say, what I've done previously is I've had a pearl necklace and used these as spacers, but use them randomly off the strand. Don't separate the colours. So just have that random, colours on
pop
against
and variety.
pearls. But I would probably take out little sections of them and do channel set pendants.
Yeah,
or channel set them in a ring. So many pieces of jewellery you're going to get from those. So many. 5 would make a beautiful channel set ring.
Yeah,
just 5
it would.
Of them.
Do you know, I would be inclined to separate the emeralds personally, and I would also take out not all of the blue sapphires, but I would be taking out the salon blues. You know the sort of slightly paler blues, because to me that is what most of us think of as sapphire blue. They think of the salon colour, don't they? So I'd actually be inclined to take those out. If I'm thinking sort of put my business cap on, that's what I would do. Emeralds and sapphire and your salon blues, and then use that sort of the variations of tones, the colours in another piece. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when you get them home, sit down and think about what you want to do with them. Because I have a tendency to sort of cut the strands and just sort of play with them. But think about what you're going to do with them. If you're going to separate them out, do that. Or, if you've got 2 there, you could separate one out and you could be random with the other one.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to make a lot of jewellery with these.
It's going to go such a long way.
120 carats of sapphire, but top quality sapphire as well.
Beautiful, beautiful colours.
Gorgeous colours. Gorgeous colours. I've got to move on. Well done. Well done. This is what I was drawn to when I came into the studios, along with the Tahitian pearls, along with everything, the amazing... well, I'm drawn to everything, but that I was like, oh, right. Box number 13. They're not there. In your 10 o'clock. What to describe them to me, Kim? No. Oh, is it number 3? Are they toggles? Let me just sorry, we're just missing something. Okay, so this is what you're getting. And there's a lot of clasps here.
Oh.
Enough. They're all. What were you doing with them, Jan?
Well, what can I say? Sorry.
I see. It's all right. You know, I'm just having a little rummage around. No, it's not really Jan's fault. These are beautiful, aren't they?
They are. I have been looking at them actually while I've been standing here.
You get the 3 different colours. So you've got that silver, the sort of rose gold and the yellow gold in the container. And I know I talk about this container quite a lot, but they are really, really, really good quality. You know, they're substantial. They click open and they click shut. And I'm just grabbing one randomly here just to pick out one of the S-class. So this is one of the bigger ones by the looks. Yeah, look at that. Aren't they beautiful? These are hugely popular, by the way. So they're connectors, they're clasps, you've got the jump rings on there as well.
As we said earlier about making pieces of jewellery just with your findings, you could connect some of these together to make a centrepiece of a necklace or a bracelet. You know, but make features of them because they are so beautiful. You know, they're a great mechanic, so that they'll do the job of holding your pieces, you know, attaching pieces, but they're just so beautiful. So you want them at the front of a piece. Personally, I'd want them at the front of a piece of jewellery.
Yeah, exactly, as an attention to detail. Yeah. You're getting 80 S hooks and J hooks, so it's going to go an awful long way. So what Claire is showing you right now is all the different colours with all the different designs. So you can see you've got quite dramatic shepherd hooks there. You've got almost a Figaro design, rope detailing, so you do get all different colours, the silver, the rose and the yellow gold. So that's 80 class. It's going to go an awful long way. Yeah, and why not use them as a feature?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I always look at your S-class and think of a swan. It reminds me of a swan.
The S-clasps are really nice. If one of the jump rings, you've got a jump ring at either side, one of the jump rings you could put some cord or a chain through, and then from the other you could hang a gemstone. So you've got that S shape as the actual pendant drop, and then with a pearl or a gemstone hanging from the bottom of it, would make a great pendant, just one of those. Just one,
absolutely. Now, for 80 clasps or hooks, we should be £29.95. Now, we brought this matrix box to you a couple of days ago, and we slashed the price point. So we're going to do that again. We're going to bring you each clasp, substantial clasps, for 25p each. £19.95. I mean, how much would a container like this cost? Storage is a big issue for us, isn't it? As jewellery makers, storage is a big issue. How much would you pay for a container like this, where you've got all of the individual little lids which you can sort of lift up, etc. And some are nautical. They're going to vary. You can sort of tailor your class. You can have somebody maybe walk, if you're doing your Christmas fairs. You can have the actual customer to choose, couldn't you?
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you've got a selection of things like this, you can do that. You're doing commissions. Someone can, like you say, select their own clasp.
Yeah.
So it makes you stand out then from the person maybe in the craft fair next to you, you know, and that's what it's all about. It's standing out from the other jewellery makers around you, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well done. Do stay on those phone lines. We've got so much more to bring you, including your pink opal. Don't go anywhere. We've got more amazing bundles and, of course, Jan's second kit. So if you were thinking of heading out that door, not just yet.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Join us this December at our Gemporia Christmas Ball. Meet your favourite faces from across the channels and enjoy an evening of festive fun as we head back to Warwickshire to the beautiful Wroxall Abbey. Tickets are more limited than last year, but priced at £89 per person, they're already selling out fast. The evening includes a welcome drink, 3-course meal and a chance to dance, as the lounge's very own Drew Nichols will again be singing with his band Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. With auction prizes to bid on and raffle prizes to be won, the evening will be raising money for the Colourful Life Foundation. So don't delay, book your tickets today on 0333 400 0011. See you at Christmas.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Can you believe that every single one of these gorgeous pendants are totally and utterly natural? They're not coated, they're not dyed. This is all Mother Nature. That to me makes me recognise, yes, Opal is one of the most varied of gemstones. It's what we call, this gemstone hasn't got a crystal structure, so it forms out of tiny, tiny, tiny silica spheres. It's what we call amorphous in the gemstone world. But there are so many different variations. When you're, I suppose, as a little girl, I used to think of Opal as that white gemstone which has little speckles of colour dustings across the surface, stereotypical to your Australian opal. But there's Ethiopian opal, there's black opal, there's boulder opal that you saw yesterday, there's Peruvian opal like this, which is natural. Can I just point out 10 of you have already got this in your basket? Okay, I'm not going to be able to dilly-dally on this one. 245 carats of natural opal. If you were thinking and you've been feasting your eyes on this wonderful strand, and I just said to Kim, this is one of my favourites of the entire show. Love it, absolutely love it, because it's so rare to see baby pink and to have fluidity all the way across the gemstone, not to have any dark black patches or any sort of grey areas within the gemstone, to have baby pink across the entire... Has half the stock already gone? Wow, we're going to have to bring that price in. Wow. Wow. Just one of those Peruvian opals. I launched our pink opal collection on our sister channel. And they all sold out, by the way, and to my knowledge they haven't relaunched that collection on our sister channels. So and this is the quality. I don't mind saying this whatsoever. This is the quality that we set into our pink opal collection, which has got, look at that depth of colour, look how it's really depth of colour. That's not something you say with opal every single day. You've got it from literally one point to the other, continuous across every single one. It's just insanely good. Kerry, Philippa, Belinda, Donna, Ronald, Leslie, Christine, hello to you. Joanne's there, Kirsty in Australia, Suffolk, hello to you. Louise, Sarah in Carmarthenshire, Denise, hello to you. Aisha, hello to you. Eileen, Surrey, Jacqueline, Catherine. I can't keep up with all of the names. It will be a sellout. I had 50. Is that it? Northumberland's just bought 5. Well done. Well, sorry, 4, I beg your pardon. Well done. On and gone, that.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised at all. Do you know what? I'm awfully sorry if you missed out on that. Don't abandon those calls. It's worth asking the questions. If it's in your basket, you're probably going to be told you're unsuccessful. But good luck. I'll say that. Good luck. And if you're watching on the repeats, it's worth asking. You never know. Some might have fallen out of baskets or orders. But that to me, and this entire show, really tells me just how knowledgeable the Jewellery Maker family is. Because you know your quality gemstones.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think because of Jewellery Maker, it's raised the bar, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're all striving then for that little bit more, and,
Yeah.
and you know, it just keeps coming. It's brilliant.
I wouldn't like to be one of our competitors. I wouldn't, that's the reality. I wouldn't want to be a competitor.
No.
Because I don't think there's anyone that could compete in terms of the deals and the quality that you buy. My only wish on that case was that I could have had more. But it was always, you know, you've got some of the best quality opal that I've ever seen in pink. Natural as well, fluidity of colour. Yeah, no, I'm not being funny. I'm not going to have a substantial amount of those. Well done. Oh, wait, and it's only going to get better when it arrives on your doorstep. Now, Jan.
Yeah.
This kit,
Yep.
guaranteed sellout, because the components are some of your most desired. It's got the crochet kit every time, and I've done it twice. Every time it comes to your screens, gone. It's gone. Because the individual needles,
Yep.
would you call them needles? Hooks,
Hooks, yeah.
I suppose. The price of them individually are costly, aren't they?
They are. I mean, before this kit, I was buying mine individually, and I think, you know, I was looking for, you know, a couple of up towards a couple of pound each for them.
How much, sorry?
Almost a couple of pound each. I was paying for some of my crochet hooks.
And this comes with a leather bag as well.
Yeah.
You've got the different measurements, all the different sizes. Let me hold this up for you. How many hooks in total? Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So you've got all the different sizes, really.
You've got everything you need there. You've got the silver ones are really fine. So if you're doing some of the finer crocheting.
Would it be quite logical in the fact that you go the bigger hooks would be more expensive?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if we work on the basis that every single hook is £2,
Yeah.
that's already more than what's on your screen, without the case as well.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah.
there is more to this kit than what's on your screen. It's not just the crochet hooks. You've also got 2 spools of your Teflon thread in the red, and it is Teflon, isn't it?
The black and red
Eslon, sorry.
Eslon thread.
Eslon thread,
Which is
sorry.
brilliant, because this is the point, I think it's the 0.3, and the 0.3 is brilliant for knotting your pearls. So, you know, someone was asking about thread for knotting pearls. Again,
The
this
0.3, both
is
of them
perfect.
are.
Yeah, perfect for
Oh,
knotting
I'd love
pearls.
to see black through pearls. That would look amazing.
The white pearls with
the
that
white
black
pearls.
sort of dot in between them would look beautiful.
Yeah, really lovely. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Plus also you're getting your threading pack and all beautiful gemstones. But how many have we got of these, Kim? 58. You can't buy the crochet hooks anywhere else other than this kit. The entire quantity of stock is tied up in this kit. The entire quantity. So if you're thinking, well, Eleanor, I'll get the crochet bag separately. Unfortunately, you can't. This is literally and why would you? Because you're getting beautiful gemstones anyway. And believe me, it's at a super affordable price tag.
Aren't they lovely?
They are, aren't they? They're like these gemstones. They've almost got a texture to them.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had gold pyrites and they flew out, but these are. I mean, I've seen pyrite before, and I've brought it to you multiple times. And bear with me to just move all this out the way for a second, because I want you to get sort of quite up close and personal. I'll just pop this down beside me here. The big pyrites, did you notice that texture?
Yeah, there is a texture, but the shapes on them are beautiful, aren't they? The larger ones are like sort of like a rondelle shape. They're just lovely, really lovely, but they have got a texture to them.
Yeah, can you see that? I hope you can see it on your screen. Look, it's almost like those sort of stardust spacer beads.
Yes, it is.
Which is obviously created to look like that. The gemstone is bringing that wonderful texture. So if you love the beauty of your stardust spacer beads, if you've got those, you'll love these gemstones.
Yeah, because they'll do the same job, won't they?
They will?
Yeah.
And then you've got your polished rounds here, and then you've got that gunmetal, sort of steel colour of your pyrite here as well. 3 strands, plus also your 0.3 threading material. You've also got your clear elastic, your monofilament, and your beading wire. And, like gold dust, your crochet hooks. 58 of these are available. That's it. We haven't got any of the crochet hooks available outside of this kit. It is now or never. This is going to be one of the biggest savings of the day. One of the biggest savings of the day. Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's working out £1 a hook roughly, isn't it? We said did we say there was 20? There was 20. How many? 22? Did I say?
Yeah.
22. Okay, so it's. I've paid £4.50 for one hook.
Yeah.
Denise is saying in Tyne and Wear.
Yeah.
Jennifer in West Midlands is saying, hi girls, loving the show and I got the first kit. I bought these crochet hooks last week and cannot believe the value. Thank you, Jenny in Moseley, just up the road. Just up the road. Yeah, absolutely. Now, Jenny, I know that you've actually got in Moseley. I think it's Moseley. It might actually be the other town just up from it. But there is a sewing machine shop up there which sells individual things. I've got no idea what the prices are, but how much would you pay for just one? There's just one round the corner from you. Just round the corner from you.
And like I say, I've paid £2 each for them, and obviously that was quite reasonable. You know, as people are saying, you know, they've paid more for them, so. £2 is quite conservative, I reckon.
Yeah.
Per hook, yeah.
And they look beautiful, and they're going to stay nice.
Yeah.
You know, they're portable.
Yeah.
If you just bought the one hook individually, I'm assuming it doesn't come with a case.
No, it'll just come.
It'll just be a hook.
Just a hook, and plus that metal as well.
Rather than plastic.
Rather than plastic.
Would they be plastic?
Some of the ones that I've had have been plastic.
There we go. These are metal. Karen in Lancashire. I bought 12 crochet hooks in a case 20 years ago and they cost me £15. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, you've got all the sizes you're going to need as well. All there in a bag, ready for you to go. Great colours as well.
Yeah, they look really lovely,
Yeah.
don't they? And crochet, if you're thinking, well, I've never done crocheting before, it is actually a very enjoyable, if you love your knitting or you love your textures, it's quite a repetitive design, isn't it?
It can, yeah.
Yeah, it's something you can learn. My sister-in-law, for example, I know what she likes her baking, she likes creating, and she does a bit of knitting as well, but she's just taken up crocheting.
Yeah.
She's just crocheted a gorgeous poppy for Remembrance Sunday.
Yeah.
I noticed she put it on her Facebook page. So yeah, I don't know how much she paid for her crochet needles, but I did say that Jewellery Maker actually have them. There are only 14 remaining though, that's it. Who knows when the next supply of our crochet needles will come in. I'm talking specifically, and I don't want to be, I don't want you to think that I'm not paying any attention to the gemstones, but this is what I know that all our jewellery makers will be thinking that's an amazing price point for those alone.
And we've waited a long time for the crochet hooks to come in.
We have.
Yeah.
I don't know when the next supply will be for that. So it could even be the other side of Christmas. I don't know. Hannah Roxbury's not in the building this today, but I can imagine there's always a delay.
Yeah.
Because they come on and they sell out straight away. Okay, you've created a multiple of pieces here.
Well, it's just... Yeah, I mean the Eslon thread goes such a long way. You've got beading thread which goes such a long way. You've got the crochet hooks that you can use with your Eslon or your beading thread. You've got those beautiful gemstones, so it's going to go
a long way.
An awful long way, yeah.
Yeah, I mean look at that simple design. We were talking about with the matrix charms earlier on.
Yeah, and that's just sort of like a simple wish bracelet, so I would tie that on and leave it on.
Yeah.
And that would be it. Something I'd just leave on.
Yeah, definitely. It's something you can just
wear. 3 of the gemstones at the front and really simple.
Really gorgeous. And I imagine, youngsters as well would really enjoy that look.
Yeah.
Really enjoy that look as well. And then you've gone from a very sort of a simpler design to something very elaborate. I mean, this to me is like big, almost Indian jewellery.
Yes, I mean you can have that without the tassel at the bottom, but the tassels on the gemstones were so beautiful. And I don't usually use the tassels within the jewellery, but I thought the colour of them was beautiful, so I just added that to it.
Well, it matches perfectly as well, doesn't it, with the beading thread, and of course you've tied it in with some of the chain from our findings pack. Yeah, that to me really speaks Bollywood jewellery.
But it's really simple to do, and once you've got sort of basic crochet techniques, then you can you know, you can run with it, you can build on it then and do your own thing.
And speaking of Bollywood, by the way, tune in tomorrow because we have got a sort of Bollywood inspired kit, isn't it? Kit coming up tomorrow, an hour of it, so it'll be fabulous.
Wow.
Now, we have got beautiful gemstones, which again will go wonderfully with this kit, and this is going to sell out. How are we looking on quantity, Kim? Single figures. And in baskets, dare I ask? Okay, 6. So if you check out now, you're guaranteed success. If you're thinking about getting this, be on the phone lines as soon as you can, because there's literally, on that basis, 4 remaining. 4.
Wow.
And it is, just to repeat, for those of you that have just tuned in, the crochet hooks are not available on our website outside of this kit, and I don't know when the remaining, when the second supply will be coming through. It might, I don't know, it might be a delay. We did wait ages for it initially.
Waited ages and ages for them, yeah. So
it could. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't know, my mum, my grandmother would like that for Christmas, get it now. Get it now. What is it that you're going to be demonstrating?
I was going to show the actual pendant.
This one,
that one there, yep. And just sort of show how easy it is to sort of get that effect.
Okay, yeah, fabulous, because that
Really,
looks
really
really intricate.
It's not. It's really, really simple.
Okay.
So what I've done, what you need to do is thread on, work from the bead. I've used the beading thread, so work from the beading thread off the reel, and I've threaded on the gemstones that I'm going to need to go around the edge. And I threaded on there sort of about 40 plus gemstones, but here there's not quite as many, but this is just for the demo purposes. So thread on your gemstones and just let that sit next to the reel. Right, and I'm going to use the 3.5, and it's a great thing about the kit, you've got all the sizes you're going to need. So I'm using 3.5 for this demonstration.
Or the emerald green hook.
Or the green, yes. So all we're going to do is we're going to make a little knot, a little loop just to start off with, and to do that we need to just do as if you're going to do an overhand knot, and bring that across and pick that up with the hook. So you've got that little loop there. So that's the little loop that we're going to start off with. And then all we're going to do 15 slip knots into there, which will make a chain. Right, and to do that, all you need to do is pick up the thread with your hook, hold the loop there, and pass that through. Now the starting off is the most fiddly, to be honest with you. Once you've got a loop of them, a line of them, it gets a lot easier. So there's 1 and 2. So each time I'm going over the hook, catching that thread and pulling it through the existing loop. So that's 4, across and through, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you see, once you get used to it, you can sort of go really, really quickly. I've lost count now, but I think that's probably about 13.
It is kind of, you can understand sort of the connection between your crochet and your knitting, can't you, and things like that. It is quite literally repetitive.
It is, and it's very therapeutic as well.
Yeah.
I find it really therapeutic.
Yeah, and look at that.
So now you've got that sort of chain loops there. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop that together. So we're going to create a loop with those. And now what I did is, you've got this sort of backbone of the loops, which has got, you've got the big loop there, and then you've got like the little section at the top.
Yeah.
So I wanted that as the centre of the loop. So all we're going to do is turn that around, bring it around, and then we're going to pass the hook, bring your thread behind, bring your thread behind, don't worry about this little tail, pass the hook through the first loop, and then all we're going to do is bring that first loop through that existing loop that's on your needle. Okay, so that's all joined together now. So now you've got a loop. You've got that little loop there. Now you've got all these little loops here.
They're like links, aren't they, of a chain, yeah.
To crochet into. So that's what we're going to crochet around, okay? So to do that, what we're going to do a double crochet into each of the loops. Into each of those we're going to do a double crochet. And a double crochet is you go over the needle and through the first loop. Now what I find is the beading thread's a bit springy, so go over the loop, hold that out of the way, and then go through your loop. right? So now you've got 3 sections on your needle. So now we're going to go across and back through that first loop. So you've got your 3 loops there. And again, we're going to go across and through all 3 of them. Now, if it gets a bit tight, the crochet hook in the middle there is a bit wider there where it's got the diameters sort of on there. So just slide that through.
Oh, yeah.
And what that will do, that will loosen your stitches.
Just to let you know that this kit has all sold out now, so well done to those of you that were successful. It was always going to be a case, wasn't it? 58 was there available.
It's brilliant.
That's it, and it is of course the crocheting as well. And we have got coming up one of my favourite bundles.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Coming up. So we'll just finish off your crochet.
So all I'm going to do is I'll just repeat that again. So
Round.
you go over and then hold it out of the way and through. And what we're doing 2 of these stitches in each of the loops.
So is this the same as the first technique?
Same, exactly the same. So we're going to go over again and bring it through that first loop. So you've got 3 stitches on there.
Ah, yes.
And then over and back through. And again, if it's a bit tight, don't worry about that. Just stretch it out. There. So you've got that stitch there. And if I show you on this one, this is what we're looking at creating. So each one that we go into, each of the little loops that we go into, we're going to put 2 stitches in each of those loops. So you just continue that stitch all the way around.
Would you say like crochet is a little bit like sort of Viking knit as well?
Yes, it can be. And the thing is, once you've got that pattern and you know that's what you're going to be doing, it is just repeating it. And with Viking knit, once you know the pattern, you just carry on.
You're just repeating it then. And of course, you can add your gemstones as well.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do on. So what I'm going to do with this one, we go round all the way round once. So you do 1 circle of them into each of the loops. And then on the second round, we're going to do the same, but add gemstones.
Okay, well, whilst you go, you go round.
Okay.
Let's bring the graphics in for this, because I think this, I mean, I've never brought you a bundle exclusively of your garnet. It's got cinnamon garnet in there, rhodolite garnets in there. I mean, you have got those real wonderful concoctions. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't that lovely on the neckline like so?
Imagine wearing that just as it is.
Yeah, as it is.
Gosh.
I think that's pretty much every colour. Well, all the reds and the cinnamons. You haven't got your zavarites in there. You haven't got your tulele, but pretty much everything else, haven't you? And all the... I don't know where to begin about actually taking this off the bus, to be honest.
Wow.
There's loads and loads and loads. Are you serious? Is that where it's going to? Okay, for those of you that were with me yesterday, you'd have heard me say that that the CEO of this family-run business has actually said to us that quality garnet like this, he's not going to be able to currently, and it might never say never, he's not going to be able to commission in sterling silver because the price of it has dramatically soared. I mean, big jewelers, all the famous names are using a lot of garnet. You can understand why. When we're looking at your rhodolite garnet here, the more purple, the more valuable, and to me that is that perfect grape juice colour. And you've got there your wonderful cinnamon tones, you've got some rough nuggets. Already a third of the stock has gone. 10 strands of garnet. This is the first time I've ever brought you a bundle of exclusively this gemstone, which is of course a family. Gonna have to bring that price tag in for you. $29.95. We should be at £44.50.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Isn't it amazing? One of my favourite bundles, Kim, of the month. This.
She's on a roll today.
She
Kimbo,
is.
isn't
Do you know she is awesome, isn't she? Look at this.
Whoa.
Look. I'm gonna. Oh, can you imagine?
Because you could just twist those, put chain either side. That'd look beautiful.
Just like
wouldn't
that.
it? Yeah, look at that. Ooh, like that. That's so cool. So beautiful.
I love this. Do you notice I haven't twisted it massively though?
It's nice the way it just drapes, isn't it?
Yeah. Get one of your chains from your jewellery collection. This is what I would do because I like to keep it simple, Simon. Yeah, like what Jan's just said. So you'd thread it through one end, thread it through the other.
Yep. That's it. Job done. Because you can wear it And then when you think, oh, well, that's it, I've worn that now, I can cut it up and make jewellery with it. But first off, wear it yourself and enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Autumn in a bundle. 100%, Michelle. Isn't it amazing? I love this. This is one of my favourite bundles of the... Has it gone? Sold out? Hope Mark Smith is watching. He will have a great time with that bundle. Yeah, he will, Beverly. Yeah. He will. Well, I hope. Okay. Now, before we get back into your demonstration, because I can see you finished already, let's just bring all this red cord. I can't go on without all of this lady in red reference without a little bit of a Christa Burr out, you know. What do you reckon? Did you love Christa Burr? Never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight.
I used to.
I used to sing that to Paula Bennett, by the way, because she's got a red dress, and every time she used to wear it into the office, I'd be like, I've never seen you looking so... Can you remember that? Yeah. I don't know if she still wears that dress. I know. That's my legacy, clearly. My Christa Burr impression.
Very good.
I can't sing for Toffee, but it's fine. It's fine. So, I can't see all this red and not sing Christa Burr. Double figure quantity, there's 70 metres of all the different cords essentially that I think you'll ever need. Can you crochet with these cords?
Of course you can, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
So the satin,
yep.
The wax cord,
yep, no reason why not.
The suede.
Yeah, you could do that because you've got the larger hook in
You've got the large
kit.
hook.
Yeah.
So what millimetres have we got here? 1 millimetre, 10 metres there in your wax cord, then you've got another pack of that. Just there. In your satin cord, it's the 1 millimetre as well, and you've got 2 packs of those. It's just the suede where it is 1.4 and 1.8. So the 2 different sizes in the suede. Oh yeah, 1.4, 1.8, 1.4. So there's the difference. You're getting 2 spools of each of those. This is going to go a long time. If you love your red, and red is very in right now, get this bundle.
It's great because you've got the shiny silking of the satin finish on it, and then you've got the more matte of the wax cord. So you've got a real variation there, haven't you? Beautiful.
I love red. One of my favourite dresses is a red dress.
A great kumihimo to make cords for pendants.
Yeah, amazing for macrame. Imagine macrameing round maybe some black agate or something like that, or spinel. Be gorgeous, won't it? Perfect for this coming season, needless to say. I mean, this with the gold of the beading thread from that kit would look incredible.
Yeah. And like you say, crocheting with it would look really nice as well.
It really would, wouldn't it?
You could make some really nice sort of chunky bracelets.
Table features. Could you crochet, make some table features with that?
You could. I mean, you could do something then to go around a candle, couldn't you? Add some gemstone, add some of the gold gemstones from the kit. That'd look beautiful.
Or some of your findings.
Yeah, add your findings to it.
Now we should be, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 individual spools of different cords, threading materials, we should be £20 and 55 pence. £20, 55 pence. That's amazing. You've got 70 metres of red cord. 14 pence per metre. We're in single figure, £9.95. So that's a 50% reduction for you this morning.
That's amazing, isn't it?
I mean, with one of those, I mean, 10 metres. How much do you... this might be a difficult question for you, but Jan, and say if you can't answer it, but how many metres do you think you would actually use in one piece?
I mean, for the piece that we're doing, you'd definitely be able to... you wouldn't use that much... you wouldn't use 10 metres on one of those pieces.
And you'd look at it thinking that there's a lot of cord or whichever...
You probably use sort of 2 or 3, I'd say. 2 or 3
metres. Okay, so one spool is going to go an awful long way then. I'm just thinking that in the satin cord on the decolletage would look lovely, wouldn't it?
And it's going to have a different effect as well, because it's going to have a softer effect, isn't it? So, lots of things you can do with it. But great kumihimo. Kumihimo, the satin and the wax together. So you're going to get that sort of satin effect and that matte effect on your kumihimo as well. Gorgeous. That's going to look great.
Like satin and velvet
in
the contrast.
So you're almost getting a pattern within there, but all in the same colour.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so stay on those phone lines, keep on dialing through, and we'll go back to your demonstration, my lovely. So you've gone all the way round.
So you go all the way round, so you end up back at the beginning. So now we've got, those are our inner loops that we've just crocheted onto, and these are our crochet stitches there.
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same sort of stitch, but what we're going to do is drop one of the beads. So just bring one of the beads up to your needle, up to the point where you're going to work from, and then repeat that stitch. So we go over, and then this time, if you see, we've got the outer loops again are here. So go over, through that loop, I'm going to go through that first loop, over and through those loops there. And again, we've got the 3 stitches on the top. Stretch that out if you need to, over and through. Just going to stretch that a little bit more. Try and relax when you're doing it as well, because if you've got any tension, you tend to sort of bring things a little bit too tight. There. So now you can see that's our first bead added in there. So all I'd do then is I'd drop the next bead next to it, over the hook.
Am I right in saying that you can also stitch onto crochet? Because I think I've seen Sheila sew onto crochet
you could.
before.
What you could do, you could make a base with the circle, and then you could stitch it on. You could use monofilament even to do that if you wanted to, or you could you could do this, and then with the red cord you could weave in and out all the way around.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
That'd look really
you
lovely.
could create this design, so that circular design, and make a Christmas wreath.
Yes, you could do that. Yeah, I mean those red threads that you've got there are brilliant, because you could just weave them in and out, couldn't you?
I'd love to see that with some emeralds, which you saw earlier on, the red. I mean, that's so incredibly festive. Some of the gold gemstones from this kit would look beautiful. So you're continuing threading and just dropping a gemstone down.
So that's all I'm doing, and going around repeating that stitch. But before you actually do the stitch, drop on the gemstone. And all I did is completely carried on all the way around and did exactly the same. So I did 2 stitches into each loop and added 2 beads into each loop. So then just continued that all the way around to the end. And then when I got to the end, back to this beginning, I've got my little tail from where I started. I popped that through to the back and tied it off, to be honest. And then used jump rings at the back to attach to the chain, and a jump ring at the bottom to attach the little tassel.
Because crocheting is quite an organic look. It's not meant to be, I suppose.
I mean, you can. I mean,
regimented.
Some people do some beautiful, beautiful crochet, some really intricate ones, which you could do with the tiny ones.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. For me, I like things to be a bit more organic, especially when you're using the beading thread. You know, you can just go with it. So it's not perfect, and it's not the same all the way around, and it's not the same, you know, symmetrical, but that's what I quite like about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different techniques you can use to get different designs. So but that was it really. So you just continue that all the way around and then tie it, and then you've got your piece finished.
Love it. Well done, and happy creating. And do use that red. If you love your reds, this is going to look wonderful with the crochet.
Brilliant.
Speaking of, okay, we've had quite an oceanic show, haven't we?
We have.
Well, we launched for the first time ever Tahitian Pearls. Don't forget, we've got an announcement, so don't go anywhere. Coming your way. Entire sellout. We brought, well, pretty much, I'd say probably 90% of everything that's been on your screen today flown.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. So beautiful.
When was the last time you saw coral? Let's ask another question. When was the last time you saw red coral? And it's all 3. Now, it's key to mention that our coral is ethically mined, ethically sourced. So please make sure that when you are buying gemstones, if you do choose to go elsewhere, then you make sure that they are offering it to you in an ethical way, effectively, and it's not detrimental to the environment, essentially. So this is absolutely the definition of primary red. You know what I love is these.
I love them. That's so beautiful. They're like little dumbbells, aren't they?
They are.
And they sort of fit in together and sit nicely.
Can you tell I do weights? Not so much. Yeah, you have, and they fit beautifully together, don't they? Do you know what I look at them like little DNA strands?
Yes, yeah.
It's like,
I can see that. I see where you're coming from.
It's kind of got like little DNA setups, and they link beautifully, don't they? Wonderful. For that strand alone, I think this is going to be, well, it is going to be in a sellout, no problems whatsoever. You don't get very many definite primary red gemstones, do you? Ruby aspires to be this red, but my goodness, if it was a ruby, then they would be, I wouldn't even be able to put a price point on it. It'd be way beyond my reach. Coral, of course, an opaque gemstone. This organic gemstone as well, so it fits in there with your pearls. It fits in there with your amber. It fits in there with your amalite. It's a form from a living organism. Is so desired. Already, tons of you have it in your basket. Have we got low stock? Almost half the stock is already gone. I don't know what the exact shape of these, but they're kind of like a cross between dumbbells, DNA, or monkey nuts.
Yes.
That kind of shape.
Yeah. But together, when they're all together, how intricate does that look? It looks like you've done a really intricate bead weaving, doesn't it?
Yeah, bead weaving.
So it's already done for you, isn't it?
It is.
Beautiful.
Apparently the official term for this shape is what? Fancy beads. Well, that's vague. Couldn't be any more vague. Let's bring that price in before it actually sells out. Wow. Bear with. How many, and I'm not even going to attempt it, but how many do you think are on that strand?
That looks like a kumihimo strand, doesn't it? Looks like you spent lots of time kumihimoing lots of little beads together.
Every single one of
Beautiful.
these coral beads has been shaped. And it's two-dimensional, isn't it? You think there's one going that way and there's one going that way, 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 and so on and so on and so on and so on.
Beautiful. I did a DI last week, and we did a cross with little beads, but with these, they would be perfect. You could do a larger cross with it. Be gorgeous.
This is going to be a sellout. So before we get back into the demonstration, because we were kind of hoping that would be available on your graphics for a bit longer than that. Sold out. Not surprised. Oh, I tell you what. If you said, describe to me fire opal, is this not what you would describe? Or
Beautiful.
it's such an intensity
It's like
of
a bonfire.
orange.
It's like a bonfire, isn't it? In a strand.
It is. It's like the burning embers of a fire, essentially. This gemstone really screams its name. But fire opal, the more intense, the more passionate, the more fiery, I suppose, those colours are, the more valuable. My goodness, that orange.
It's stunning, isn't it?
Look, and you're not sacrificing play of colour. You'll see the play of colour. You'll see that performance of internally. You've got amazing diaphanity. This is coming all the way from Mexico, which is very well regarded for this wonderful gemstone. It has got all the sort of flickers of an open fire, isn't it? Burning embers.
Wow.
You can feel almost the temperature of this gemstone. It is totally and utterly natural. Often forming at sort of within locations around volcanic areas, cracks and crevices which have maybe been formed, and I say maybe because it's not always the case, but underground by maybe molten lava that might have erupted millions upon millions of years ago. So the gases get trapped in those locations, silica spheres, and that's how this wonderful gemstone forms. But it's like you can imagine it, can't you? The gemstone at the foot of a volcano, and you think, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you look at that, and yeah, definitely, because it's like looking into a volcano, isn't it?
It really, really is. 60 carats of as well, totally and utterly natural. First time I've brought you fire opal in I don't know how long. These are individual natural nuggets. They go from 2x1 to 8x6 millimetre. You have got really intense primary reds there, and you've got gorgeous zesty oranges here, and then even your softer yellows. We should be...
Wow.
$16.95. Now, we're going to bring this to you at the lowest ever price. Lowest ever price.
Ooh. Ooh, there's a lot of oohs. Ooh. Does Kimbo know Martha's in?
That's why I'm hiding.
They're lovely, aren't they? How are they £9.95?
I was just trying to avert your
question,
gaze.
Kimbo.
I don't think I've ever seen you in trousers.
Really?
Lovely. Not as lovely as these though.
No.
Tomorrow we managed to find some more Tahitian pearls.
Hang on a second.
They're different. They're a
You've
different
managed
product
to
code.
find.
Yeah.
We've waited 5 years,
Yeah.
Martha, and
Yeah.
you've just stumbled across
And you
some
get
more.
them again, you lucky thing.
I know. We sold out
Thank
literally
you.
in minutes.
Absolutely, mate.
In
Oh, they're
minutes.
gorgeous. I hadn't seen them before today, and they are just out of this world, aren't they?
And I'll be at home tomorrow.
Oh, Jan, yeah, you were thinking that you'd missed out. How many
Yeah.
have we got of these then tomorrow?
Oh, I haven't looked. Probably about the same amount as today.
Oh,
I've
limited
got to be
then.
quick then.
So we should let
Just to
everybody
give you a
know.
heads up, if you missed out today, if you just tuned in, and they are entirely sold out, by the way, you get 3.
Oh.
You do get all 3. Tahitian is like the creme de la creme, basically, the black pearl, often referred to. Do your research from now until tomorrow.
Yes.
And we've shared lots and lots of price comparisons, and tune in tomorrow for those.
What time are you doing them so everybody can tune in?
Is it same time, Kim? Possibly.
Oh, she's
Between-
giving it to her chest.
Between 9, you're gonna have to tune in.
Maybe you'll let us know on Facebook, Kim, so we can all tune in.
Between 9 and 10.
Oh.
We're saying 9 and 10
All
in
right,
the morning.
well, I'll look after these, make sure that they're all right.
I was saying that my Tahitian pearl I bought years ago, before Jewellery Maker Days.
Yeah.
And as a staff cost, so what I used to get as a discount was basically the retail divided by 3 minus the VAT.
It's a big calculation at this time
Yeah,
of the
so
morning.
about 300% markup basically is usual for a jeweler,
yeah.
as usual, plus your VAT. That's usual, yeah. So divided by 3 minus your VAT. I paid £500 for a single Tahitian pearl.
Oh my word.
Yeah, okay, it's got gold and I had a teeny diamonds either side.
Better not lose them.
Don't
though.
lose them.
Do you want me to look after them for
I was
you?
going to say, well, there's
I'll
one,
look
look,
after
there's one each. We have one each, and we could just leg it.
Come on then.
Nobody will be able to stop it.
No, I think they might catch me. Martha's a runner, so yeah, they might catch me. I'm not so swift. Not as swift as her. Well done. Right, sorry. I've only got about 1/3 of the stock of the fire opal left, so do check out as soon as you possibly can. Last but by no means least, and again, we will come back, I promise.
fine.
I promise, Jan.
That's
Sorry
fine.
to keep you
No,
waiting.
don't worry.
If you love your opal, my neighbour actually had fire opal as her engagement ring, and she used to say, oh, it says a lot about my personality, and it has got a personality, don't you think? When it comes to your Ethiopian opal, I don't mind saying it, it's my favourite of this, your jelly opal or your crystal opal or your kubapidi. It is my favourite. I love the fact that it has got that translucency. It's almost like a liquid, like hydrophane. It kind of is hydrophane's a terminology we use. So all of those individual silica spheres that are reflecting and playing with the light, you don't just get that across the surface. You get it all the way through the gemstone. So you'll see all of that amount of colour. Now we have got a piece of jewellery which has been made, and it's so beautiful. Who made this? Anne. Yeah, Anne. I love this piece. Look at that. And do you know what I think? Very clever design by Anne here. Because she's not blocked any of the opal, and looks like it's just simply weaved through. It's allowing all that light to really get into the gemstones and show off the quality of
And
the
you can
play of
really
colour.
see the quality,
And you
can't you?
really can, yeah. Get this home. Use our 30-day money-back guarantee. Our studio lighting does not do Opal any favours.
Sorry, look at the green.
I know.
Just popping from that one there. Oh,
And
my
reds.
Goodness me.
Blues. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it here in the studio, but reds.
Whoa.
Now, I'm trying to shelter the actual colour, the light somewhat with my hands. Oh, there we go. If I shelter it, let me shimmy that forward a bit. So you see the studio lighting is almost drowning the lighting of the opal. You won't need to do this.
Wow,
Just
look.
you need one light source. There's the reds, there's the greens that we were talking about. Isn't that amazing?
Red is yeah, the rarest colour to see. I'm just answering Kim's question, yeah, because it is I always get it confused, longest or shortest. I think it's the longest distance to actually travel in terms of wavelengths. So that is, yeah, more time to get lost essentially. So yeah, the longest. So that's why red, so the top colours of the spectrum essentially are the rarest to actually see in your opal. Fabulous displays here. We should be, astonishingly, $11.95, which is currently the most affordable price of Ethiopian opal on our Jewellery Maker website right now. But we don't want to be just the most affordable, as this is potentially our last opportunity of gemstones this morning. $8.95. So we've given you postage and packaging back essentially. October's birthstone, so all of you October babies out there, you've got one of the most varied. If you've got that Peruvian pink opal earlier on, can you imagine this? Surrounding it, Peruvian pink opal. Look at that green. So neon, isn't it? A natural gemstone. Beautiful. Absolutely incredible. 60 carats of this gorgeous gem, and it does love, it loves natural daylight as well. Whenever I think of Ethiopian opal, my mind straight away goes to a lady that I literally passed in the streets over in Stratford upon Avon. She was wearing, it was a simple cabochon, but some of the most incredible play of colour that I've ever seen in an Ethiopian opal, and it still sticks in my memory. I had to go up to the lady and speak to her about it. I was like, wow, your Ethiopian opal's incredible. And we had a long conversation then about opal itself. The Queen of Gemstones, that's what William Shakespeare, speaking of Stratford upon Avon, actually writes about. The Queen of Gems, and I'm not going to argue with that. This is a handful of our jewellery makers getting involved. This with the garnet bundle earlier on, that would look fabulous.
Wouldn't that look gorgeous, wouldn't it? That would be fab. And actually, if we've got time just for another quick technique,
yeah,
what I would do is I would restrand that whole of that onto beading thread and then do this crochet technique, and that would just look stunning.
That would be fabulous.
Necklace.
So you could actually crochet with these as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Well, back to you, my darling.
I'm just
Whilst everyone's dialing
do a quick sort of demo. The necklace that we've got just on the smaller bust there, that I've just sort of knotted at the front, that is the simplest technique, and adding on gemstones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use one of the larger crochet hooks, because you just get a bigger loop essentially. So all I would do, if I'd got that strand, I would strand it onto, just sit down and thread it all onto beading thread, and then just make a loop as we did before. So you've got that little loop, and then do your slip stitches or chain stitches, so that's over and through. And if you see, that makes a bigger loop. So what I would do is I would do sort of maybe 3 or 5 of those. So now I've got a little section here that I can use perhaps one of the ribbon cord ends, or I can use this section with a crimp and a clasp, and then pop a gemstone in there, and then just repeat that. So that's over and through that loop, and I would probably do a couple, bring in the next one. And again, this is a sort of a technique that you can do what you know, what you're doing, watching TV, or you know, just sitting doing nothing. And again, it's repetitive. So slip a gemstone on there, repeat that slip stitch, do one more so you're spacing them out, slip on the next one, and then I'll space them out and show you how.
So it is it essential that you'd have your gemstones pre-threaded?
Yes.
Can't do it after?
No, unless as we said before, that you're going to sort of sew them on. But I would sit and thread them onto the beading thread, onto the reel, just have the reel next to me, and then I would just do that. And that's exactly what I did with this necklace. And I made a complete strand of it. I've actually, if I can untie it, I did actually make a little knot in it, so I don't know whether it will.
I see. So it's something that you could wear in multiple ways.
Yeah. And all I did, it's quite a long one, so you don't have to have a clasp on it, to be honest with you. You could just wear it over your head. And then all I did is just tied a little knot in it.
Love
little
that.
loop in
So
it.
you can wear it in different ways as well.
Yeah, so you
Like
can
a
wear it.
custom detail there, or simple chain effect, I
yeah.
suppose.
So-
Beautiful.
So that's a really easy technique, but if you've got gemstones that you want to sort of put into it, but with the opal would be great, because the whole strand would be really, really, really beautiful.
Just twisting that around so you can see how Jan has actually finished that off as well. Messages in from Teresa Adelaide in Oxfordshire. I have made a collection of jewellery by Crochet and nuggets, and they are great for that. Yeah, I can imagine, because it's quite textured. Yes, the opal would be incredible with that. Belinda in Buckinghamshire, I have some of those Ethiopian opal, and they are just stunning in natural light. Loving your work, Jan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they are amazing, aren't they, Belinda? Shazza, just love the show today. Ah, bless. Jan's my ideal. I'm always in a trance when I watch her demos. Lots of fun and laughter today. Thank you. Ah, bless. That's lovely.
you.
Yes, thank you,
We've had a
Jan.
great time, haven't
We
we?
have.
Yeah.
Do you, I can't stress how quickly time goes.
It flies.
Here at Jewellery Maker.
Today has just flown.
It has. It's because this is not a job.
No,
It's not a job.
it's not a job. Don't tell the management, but it's not a job.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's
I mean,
great.
who gets the chance to? Very few people on this planet can say that their job is their passion as well. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Quick recap, because earlier on we've brought lots and lots of pearls throughout the course, and don't forget we have got Tahitian. To be honest, I'm struggling for things to recap because pretty much most of them are sold out, but lots of pearls, and this is always a sellout. Now, we were talking about it earlier, Jan, about how it really makes the knotting process of pearls so much easier. It guarantees that you're going to get it up close to the pearl, meaning you're not going to have any movement, you're not going to have any wear. The pearl itself is going to be more protected, I suppose, from the actual silk, and also the security of wearing knotted pearls. We've got a couple of reviews about this tool that we have commissioned for you. We've actually brought you. Will come in handy for pearl necklaces, giving a professional finish. Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. It's a professional finish.
And that's the thing. The finish to a piece of jewellery, we say it all the time, is paramount.
Yeah.
So when you've got the right tool for the right job, makes life a lot easier.
It does, and especially if you're commissioning pieces or you're selling pieces, then you do need to have that consistency of size of the knot as well. One last review, there we go, and this is one of many, by the way, so do have a look on FIFO. Jane, I've not used this tool yet, but is exactly what was shown on the screen, and I believe that it will do a job perfectly. I've never been disappointed with anything I have purchased across all the Gems TV channels. That's obviously ourselves, Gems TV, and obviously our online channels. We are a big family, so let's bring that price tag straight away in for you. It's the first time in a while that we've actually got a quantity of the knotting tool. £8.95 only. Grab it whilst you can. Great gift opportunities as well. And going back to my experience when I used to stand, when I was working in a jeweller's, and they used to re-thread pearls, re-knot pearls, it used to take hours without this tool. And again, if one of the knots was slightly out, you'd have to unpick it again.
But not only for pearls. If you
any
maybe you've got
gemstones.
your wax cord or something, and you want to put a bigger gemstone on, you know, you could use it with your wax cord as well.
I'm glad you said that, because I automatically think pearls, but it can be any gemstone, can't it?
Yep.
Can be any gemstones, even your nuggets, something like that, where opals, where you want to see the light getting to them. Why not separate them? Fabulous. Thank you so much, Jan, for
You're
this
welcome.
morning.
I've had a
It's
great
been,
time.
as always, an absolute. When are you back next?
I'm back on Monday morning.
Lovely. So make sure you tune in to Jan then. Don't go anywhere, mind, because I'm not going anywhere. I've got another hour with you, and it's all about your big and your bold, beautiful gemstones. Not so much an educational hour, it is more about the beauty of the designs. What an amazing morning it has been so far, but there's so much more coming up after this.
Citrine is the yellow to golden variety of quartz in the crystalline structure of quartz. It is a beautiful, very warming colour of gemstone, and again, just with all quartzes, it's perfect for use in jewellery. Citrine, due to its yellow tones, is often referred to as a happiness gemstone, and I think we can see why, given its colour.